Hey there folks, welcome to the Shadow Man Teller channel. Our story kicks off with our main guy declaring, rising from the trash, how far do you think you'll soar? I've already hit the tippy top of the world. I'm Lyn Jian, the one and only heir to the mega powerful Lyn family dynasty. But instead of basking in glory and riches, all I got were people throwing shade at me. Even my best buddy tossed me aside saying, it doesn't matter if you're an heir to the Lyn riches, you're just a heap of garbage. While the world mocked me, they forgot one little detail. Even a prince comes out into the world butt naked. But guess what? He's still a prince. Today I've unlocked a divine option system. It may throw 3 choices at me, but they're all aimed at one thing, turning me into a king. The same girls who used to ignore my existence are now casting sneaky looks my way. Those mocking mouths, they've zipped it tight around me. The Hero Academy, where everyone just boasts about getting in, is now strutting their stuff because I'm in the spotlight. As for my foes, they're yesterday's news. Who's brave enough to stand in Lyn Jian's way? So let's explore how this kid, once seen as a nobody and shunned by all, transformed into someone's beloved brother in this crazy life. Right off the bat, our protagonist muses. Whenever someone gets a do-over, they either pop into a wealthy family surrounded by beauties and gold, or they snag crazy powers that let them rule the planet. But I got zip. When I opened my eyes, I found myself flat on a trash pile in the body of a poor chump who proposed to the campus queen in front of everyone. Talk about embarrassing. Thanks to that, her admirers gave him a beatdown, and this weakling kicked the bucket. After landing in this reality, the first dude I met twisted his neck all the way around just to say hi. Seriously, this world is bizarre and even filled with creepy specters. That guy even tried to munch on me. But to be honest, it's not all doom and gloom. A stunning girl showed up and played the hero. Then she asked, "Am I beautiful now? How could such an innocent boy like me possibly lie?" I had never laid eyes on such a sight before, but soon she unveiled her actual face. Yikes. That's when I realized this world isn't so peachy after all. That girl was none other than Kuchi Sake Corona. From the first glance, she snatched my heart, but she was out to take my life. She playfully quipped, "Little bro, tell me, am I beautiful?" Lynn pondered, "You're gorgeous, especially in your other form. If I say yes, I'm toast. If I say no, I'm a goner too." How on earth do I tackle this brainbuster? I've never been good at multiple choice picks. Then Kuchi Sake Corona chimed in, "Can't even come up with an answer. Guess I'll just have to do it for you." Gian thought, "Ooh, game over. I'm trapped." Just then, a voice boomed. "Host, chill out. I'm here to rescue you. Your special divine selection system has arrived." Time froze. Gian couldn't budge an inch. The system kept going. "You've got 5 seconds. When life throws confusion your way, I'll give you 3 options. Your choice decides your rewards. Option 1, bolt away with all you've got. Reward strength boost by 10 times. Option 2, fall to your knees and plead for mercy. Reward S-class physical talent. Option 3, talk is cheap. Time for action. Lay one on her. Reward 1 random trip S-rank ability. Gian thought, wow, looks like this system is my ticket to the top of this world. Always flunked MCQs. So this time I'm taking the prize-winning option. He snagged Kuchi Sake Corona and said, "Words can't do you justice." Then, out of the blue, he kissed her. That made her revert to her true form. She screamed, "I'm no longer pure, I'm a devil ghost. Why did you kiss me?" Gian replied, "They say love is blind. I couldn't tell if you were a person or a demon. You asked if you were beautiful. Well, this was my answer." Blushing like a tomato, Kuchi Sake Corona introduced herself. "Though the world knows me as Kuchi Sake Corona, my loved ones call me Hongi. My hero I must dash for now, but I swear I'll be back for you." And with that, she poofed away. Gian sighed in relief. Finally, she's gone. The system chimed in. "Host, congratulations. You tackled the task like a champ. Get ready for a triple S ranked supernatural power. To activate it, just shout, 'Cheap Thor, show your might.'" Gian frowned. "What? That's totally cringe. I'm not yelling that. But hey, I kissed a demon for this power, so I might as well go for it." So he shouted, "Cheap Thor, show your might." Instantly, a fearsome lightning bolt came barreling down from the sky. But guess what? Since I forgot to choose a target, it hit Gian instead. Shocked spectators gasped, "Look at that storm." Talk about a massive demon. Who in the world summoned such a beast? While this played out, a girl remarked, "This power is even more insane than S-rank." In the whole city of Conlin, only one person ever broke through S-rank before. Who could this mystery hero be now climbing the ranks again? Could it be yet another member of the Lyn clan making a reappearance? The scene shifts. We see Gian down on his knees after he got zapped by lightning. The system chimed in. Host lightning has struck you. Because of this, you've gained a SSS rank ability, Stormbreaker, but your body is still too weak. For now, you can only wield Stormbreaker with certain parts of your body. Once your strength is at full throttle, you'll be able to unleash this ability like nobody's business. Gian thought. So this is what I got, Stormbreaker. Hold up a sec. According to this body's memories, the highest known rank in this world is S rank. And here I am waking up my very first ability as SSS rank. Looks like I'm on my way to becoming invincible before long. Whoever penned that tale about the unbeatable hero, they were spot on. With this SSS power in my back pocket, I'll be raking in the riches and fame in no time. Not only will I be living life in the fast lane, but I'm also getting the VIP treatment from this peak life system. You're the best. Just then, the system chimes in. Warning host, a seriously spooky ghost is creeping up on you. Get the heck out of here, pronto. Gian puts 2 and 2 together and realizes that lightning strike was likely a ghost magnet. I better skedaddle because right now I'm feeling about as strong as a wet noodle. After sprinting for what feels like an hour but is probably just a really long jog, Gian finally rolls up at his crib. Wow, this place. This isn't just a house, it's a flipping palace. Who knew the previous guy was rolling in dough? But if he was living large, how come he ended up as a doormat? As Gian swings open the gate, a little girl pops up looking all concerned. Brother, where have you been? You're late. Gian suddenly remembers. Oh yeah, I have a little sis in this world. Her name's Lyn Jian. Lyn Jian studies him with worried eyes. Brother, what happened? You look hurt. Gian brushes it off. Nah, it's nothing. Just took a tumble and got a couple of boo-boos. Lyn Jian beams at him. That's okay, brother. You should drink some soup. Gian thinks to himself. Wow, this kid's sweet. According to the memories, the Lynn family adopted me after my parents kicked the bucket. After they took me in, a few years passed before the parents shuffled off, and since then, I've been living with my sisters, Manhwa and Lyn Jian. They're like superstars in the talent department, but me, even though I carry the Lyn last name, I'm about as talented as a rock. That's why everyone's always teasing me, saying I got the name, but not the skills. 3 years ago, the special division snatched up my big sister, Linoa. Normally, they don't recruit kids, but since she was a prodigy, they brought her on board while she was still in diapers. Ever since then, she's been busier than a bee and only drops by once a month, so I've been stuck babysitting Lyn Jian. But let's be real, the dude who owned this body didn't care beans about his sisters. He was bitter about being the laughingstock and took it out on Lyn Jian. Poor kid is so young and always scared to be home alone. But did that bother him? Nope, he just ditched her to go have fun. Honestly, the Lyn fam treated him like gold after adopting him, yet he took it for granted. To put it bluntly, I've inherited the life of a thankless, weak-sauce loser. But on the bright side, he left behind all the juicy traits I need to become the star of this world. Just as I'm mulling it over, I hear someone hollering. I whip around fuming. Who dares interrupt my soup time? Seems like someone really doesn't value their life. A girl stands behind him, shooting daggers with her eyes. You're the one squandering time, always messing around with useless stuff, Gian thinks. Oh, great, it's Chown, my childhood buddy, and a total talent freak. She pops up in the news like it's her job. Gian asks Chown, what brings you here? Chown glares. You're actually asking me this. Remember what a fool you made of yourself at this morning's assembly. Instead of a serious speech, you took the mic and blurted out, I love you to me. Then you gallantly stated I didn't need to respond since you already knew how I felt. You said I could give you an answer by sundown. Do you even realize how humiliated I felt? Gian thinks. So this is the girl I shared my feelings with earlier, causing my epic beatdown and dumpster dive. Man, if I could just remember who took a swing at me, I'd love to give them a taste of payback. But first, gotta defuse this bombshell. He says, forget this morning. I was just kidding around, no hard feelings. Honestly, I'm a lion guy, not a kitten chaser. Heartbreaker, I know, but you're just not my vibe. I get how you feel, though. A lot of folks reach for the stars, but can't quite connect. Just then, Chown snaps, you jerk. How dare you make that awful joke? As she lunges at him, Gian dodges like a ninja. In the chaos, he accidentally catches a glance at something, and Chown fumes. Seriously, you're so shameless. Where are your eyes wandering? Gian hastily replies, totally not on purpose. I swear I'm an innocent guy. But your carelessness had me seeing things. Do you even know what that does to my pure heart? I might need a medic. I lost 2 drops of blood, and here I am, just standing, while you're the one complaining. Enraged, Chown retorts, that's it. I'm going to wipe the floor with you. Just then, Lyn Jian pops up looking all serious. Sister Chown, if you touch my brother, you're going to regret it. Chown rolls her eyes. Talking to kids wastes my time. Lynn shoots back funny because I don't much care for chit-chatting with so-called adults either. Chown mutters, you two are cut from the same cloth. Then she turns back to Gian and says, actually, I came to tell you something cool. Tomorrow, our school is throwing a special ability test. Anyone who pops as a C rank or higher gets a ticket to the Hero Academy. I've already unlocked an A-class ability, so I'm golden for admission, and my future's looking brighter than the sun. Honestly, Gian, you'll never compare to me. We're talking the distance from the moon to the Earth. The Earth can only gaze at the moon, but can't ever touch it. Your existence is going to be as ordinary as plain oatmeal, while I'm destined for glory and not interested in hanging with someone so far beneath me. Gian chuckles and responds, chilling out while you've got a whole complaint department going on. With fire in her eyes, Chown declares, that's it. Today I'm going to give you a smackdown right here. Just then, Lyn Jian struts up and asserts, Sister Chown, if you even think about laying a finger on my brother, you'll have me to answer to. Chown rolls her eyes. I don't waste my precious breath on little kids. Lyn Jian snaps back. Funny you say that because I can't stand yapping with so-called grown-ups either. Chown grumbles, you two really are cut from the same cloth. She then shifts her gaze to Gian and says, by the way, I'm here to drop some knowledge. Tomorrow, our school is throwing a special ability test. Whoever hits C rank or higher will get a VIP pass to the Hero Academy. I've already unlocked a Class A ability, so my future at the Hero Academy is all set. Honestly, Gian, you'll never stack up to me. The gap between us is like the difference between the moon and Earth. The Earth just gazes at the moon, but can never touch it. You're destined for a totally boring life, while I'm on the road to stardom, and I'm not about to lower my standards by hanging out with someone so far below me. Gian replies calm, but you can chase that dream all you want. Life's gonna be as ordinary as plain oatmeal for you, while I'm meant for the stars. No way I'm dipping down to mingle with someone who's in the kiddie pool. Gian replied coolly. You got it. I'm just your average Joe, but he thinks I'm as plain as a white bread sandwich. Tomorrow, everyone is going to see just how plain I really am. The creme de la creme in this world is S rank. But hold up, I'm already rocking a triple S rank. At that moment, the system pops up. Host, you have 3 choices. First option, keep your mouth shut and let Chia skedaddle. Reward 1 agility point. Second, apologize to Chia. Reward 10 strength points. Third choice, respond to Chia in a way that makes her remember your name for eternity. Reward 1 strength point. Gian thinks any brainiac would pick the second option because, let's be honest, who wouldn't want that sweet reward? But there's no way I'm choosing anything over my pride. That's why I'm going for the third option loud and proud. Gian says, Chow Mein, do you get the difference between us? You woke up at a rank and thought you conquered the globe, but in your big-headedness, you've forgotten one little thing. I'm part of the Lyn family. For folks like us, even the losers of my family are leaps and bounds ahead of your top-tier elites. You're bragging about getting into the Hero Academy. That very academy takes pride in having Lyn family members among them. Even if I wake up at a D rank, I'll still be a treasure to them. Why? Because I've got Lyn blood running through my veins, and let me tell you, Lyn blood ain't weak. Kaoin's face tightens. What are you trying to imply? Are you throwing shade at my family? Gian grins. What's wrong bothered by a dash of reality? If you can babble for this long, then why can't I just speak the truth? The system chimes in. Awesome comeback. Host reward granted, plus 1 strength point. Chia snickers mockingly. Say whatever you want. If you truly had Lyn family blood, you wouldn't need to talk such trash. Don't forget you might share their surname, but you're just an adopted kid, Gian. That's why you'll never amount to anything. Gian's gaze sharpens. Chia, mark my words. You're going to regret those words for the rest of your life. My name is Lyn Jian. Once someone drops from my good graces, I never look back. Eli steps up, cheering him on. Brother, don't let her get to you. We belong to the Lyn family. Not a single member of our clan has awoken below a certain rank. I fully believe in you. You're destined to be a powerhouse. Later that night, Gian hits the hay. Suddenly, Hungi appears before him. She whispers, you're the first human I've ever really liked. That's why you can't escape me. When morning hits, Gian oversleeps and is late for school. Eljai waves him goodbye. Good luck, brother. Show everyone your true self. They say ashes are what's left when a fire burns out. But when those ashes spark into gunpowder, that gunpowder is known as Lyn Jian. Gian chuckles. Don't sweat it, little sis. Today this gunpowder is going to blow the roof off. Lai thinks proudly, brother, I absolutely know you're the finest in this big old world. You'd never let the Lyn name take a dive. Father believed in you completely, and he never made a mistake about trusting the right kid heading to school. Gian thinks, I had the weirdest dream last night. It totally felt like that ghost Hongi was spooning with me. It felt so real, like it actually happened. The scene jumps to high school. Xiaomin sits at her desk, puzzled over why Gian is so late today. Suddenly, an announcement rings out. All students line up. Anyone who missed their awakening test yesterday has to take it today. Just then, Gian dashes in at the last minute. He places his hand on a random student's shoulder and says confidently, "See, I made it." The annoyed guy snorts back, "Get your hand off my shoulder, you jinx. I don't need your bad luck." But when he notices Gian is alive, and standing right there, his eyes nearly pop out. He mutters, How are you not dead?" Aloud he asks, "Gonian, what brings you here?" Gian replies, "Rotisugi, I'm your classmate. Same reason you're here. I'm here for that too. Not to play music or twiddle my thumbs." Rotisugi frowns. "I figured you'd be too chicken to show up for this test." Gian thinks to himself, this dude radiates stubborn arrogance. From my memory, I know he's my enemy, and there's no doubt he'd want to take me out. It's our first encounter, and I need to let him know he picked the wrong fool to mess with. Just then, the teacher announces, the students I call will step forward for the awakening test. Anyone who awakens at C rank or higher gets to join the Hero Academy. The rest, well, welcome to the ordinary life. One by one students are called. Some get F-class abilities, while others get low-tier awakenings. Finally, it's Rotisugi's turn. With a smirk, he says, I'm the most popular guy in this high school. Everyone adores me. I already know I'm a genius. Today, I'll show you all up compared to the Lyn family. He places his hand on the crystal and awakens an A-class ability, Ghost Wood. Chia watches eyes wide in surprise. Didn't see that A-class awakening coming. Meanwhile, all the girls are cheering, Rotisugi, you're incredible. We knew you had it in you, Class A. Then the teacher calls the next name, Lyn Jian. Xiaomin thinks, I totally humiliated him yesterday. He wouldn't dare show here. Everyone knows he's as weak as a kitten. Coming means he's just asking for another round of embarrassment. The other students chuckle as Gian steps up. How does this guy even have the nerve to show up? If he can become an awakener, we all might as well be Superman. Doesn't he get it? The Lyn family adopted him. He's not their true blood. Rotisugi, internally smirking, thinks, what a total disgrace for the Lyn family today. He's going to make a fool of himself so badly he'll never want to show his face around here again. Gian, unfazed, thinks, they're all laughing at me. Yesterday, I made sure to humiliate him so he wouldn't dare show his face around here. Everyone knows he's weak. Coming here is just asking for a face plant. The other students chuckle as Gian steps up. How does this dude even have the guts to stroll in here? If he becomes an awakener, then we must all be superheroes. Does he not get it? The Lyn family only adopted him. He's not their actual blood. Rotisugi snickers to himself, thinking, this guy's going to be the biggest embarrassment of the Lyn family today. He's about to make such a fool of himself he won't want to show his face again. Gian, unfazed, thinks everyone must be laughing at me. So it turns out I'm quite the celebrity around here. Just as the teacher decides to put me on blast, she shouts, hey, your pants zipper is wide open. With a casual flick, I zip up and say, clearly this is cutting-edge fashion, my friend. Anyway, everyone get ready for the grand unveiling of a true powerhouse get-ready world because the next hero is about to step into the spotlight. Placing his hand on the magic crystal, it lights up so brilliantly that everyone's jaws drop. With a cheeky grin, I turn around and say, what's up? Never seen a SSS rank ability before. But the teacher roars back, kid, are you out of your mind? It's not SSS. It says, F, your ability is so pathetic that the crystal couldn't even figure out a name for it. I'm standing there, mouth agape in disbelief. SSS rank. The students erupt in laughter. Gian, you've made a complete fool of yourself. You're just a jester for our entertainment. Job well done now. Scram. Rotisugi sneers. Unbelievable. My so-called rival is the biggest doofus imaginable. Everyone saw this coming, yet he sauntered in and made a fool of himself. Just the other day, he had the gall to propose to Chia in front of the whole class. He'll probably want to go into hiding now. But Gian's not having any of it. Your crystal must be broken. Go check it. I can't be weak. I distinctly remember the system giving me a SSS rank. Why can't I use it? Why can't I show my real strength? Just then, Hungy pops up next to me and whispers, "Chill out, I'll fix everything." When I open my eyes again, the crowd has vanished. The teachers are wide-eyed in shock. My potential is changing at lightning speed. How is this even happening? This is unprecedented. So even though the crystal says triple F rank, my potential is actually triple S rank. If I hit the books and train hard, there's a good shot I could hit S rank. Chia beams at me. You were right yesterday. No member of the Lyn family can be weak. For the first time ever, I'm actually glad to be proven wrong. Meanwhile, Rodisugi is trembling with envy. How can this be? I awaken at a rank, which means there's no way for me to level up. But this idiot right here could surpass us all. The teacher states firmly, your current power is lacking, but your potential is off the charts. Thus, you've passed the test. I shoot her a smirk, saying, don't act like this is a favor. By joining your academy, I'm actually doing you a favor. Soon after, everyone gets shuffled into the waiting room before the next test. Rodisugi mutters icily, trash is trash. You might have fluked your way through the first test, but the second test will be way over your head. I chuckle and say, I don't know about other stuff, but I do know getting to S rank is totally doable for me. On the flip side, it feels like there's a so-called genius here who will never sniff S rank in his life. Any guesses who that genius is? Because I can smell the jealousy brewing from him. Rodisugi snaps, who the heck are you talking about? I smirk back. Really, I'm calling you out, Rodisugi. Either release my collar or I'll spill the beans on your so-called S rank in front of everyone. Just then, the system chimes in. Host, you have 3 choices. First, stay completely quiet and ignore Rodisugi. Reward +3 agility points. Second, calm the raging fire inside Rodisugi. You know how to do that already. Reward +3 strength points. Third, respond with love instead of hatred. Rodisugi hisses and tightens his grip on my collar. So, what's your move? Looks like you've forgotten my full name. I am Yang Rodisugi, the young master of the Yang family. You really think you can point fingers at me or even touch me? I pick option 2 without missing a beat. I deliver a solid punch right to Rodisugi's face. You were practically begging for a smack. How could I say no? As he stumbles back, Rodisugi snarls, no one, not even my dad, has ever laid a finger on my face. How dare you? Just then, the examiner for the second test strides in. She warns us sternly, if you two do anything here, I swear I'll disqualify you both instantly. The second test is about to kick off. All right, everyone, follow me. I notice a snake tattoo on her shoulder and think, wow, she's probably from the Hero Academy too. We shuffle outside for the second exam. The examiner introduces herself. Hey there, I'm Cutie, a proud student from the Hero Academy's light class, and today, I'm your examiner. The second test will be hands-on. Your power level only hints at how strong you could become, but real strength is showcased on the battlefield. Only those who are skilled and physically fit will thrive at the Hero Academy. I think to myself, adorable senior sisters, guess life at the Hero Academy won't be dull at all. Cutie catches me staring, but before anything can happen, the bus driver yells, everyone hold on tight, we're under attack. Suddenly, a horde of ghost bats swoops down on us, flipping the whole bus upside down. Climbing out, I grumble, what in the world flipped the bus? Looks like those pesky bats are at it again. Cutie grits her teeth. We haven't even reached the test site yet, and already we're dealing with ghostly ambushes. I frown. So this isn't part of the test. I thought it was the grand opener. Cutie hollers, everyone move out. Start smashing these monsters. But I notice something strange. Even though everyone's fighting, something feels off. Meanwhile, Rodisugi thinks to himself, perfect. No one's paying me any mind. We haven't even hit the test site yet, and we're already getting ambushed by ghosts. Gian grimaces. So this isn't part of the test. I thought this was go time. Cutie yells, everybody keep moving. Let's take out these monsters. Gian picks up on something odd. Even with everyone fighting, this doesn't seem right. Meanwhile, Rodisugi contemplates, perfect. Nobody's paying any. You get a move on and start taking down those pesky monsters. Gian noticed something was off. Everyone was brawling, yet the vibe felt way off. Meanwhile, Rodisugi smirked to himself, perfect. No one's even looking. What a fantastic opportunity to take out Gian. He snatches a ghost by the collar and flings it at Gian. Here's a little present from yours truly. Kicking the ghost away, Gian shoots back, no thanks, I'm good on gifts. Meanwhile, Cutie and the other students are fighting with everything they've got. The crowd murmurs, that examiner Cutie is ridiculously strong. Rodisugi boasts, but I haven't even broken a sweat, and the fight's already wrapped up. Out of the blue, chains burst from the ground, locking everyone in place. A sinister silhouette materializes. Ghost Rider. He chuckles menacingly. You've all just strolled right into my trap. And look who's among the crocodiles. I've snagged a lovely little fish. Don't worry, darling. Ghost Rider's got you covered. One kid yells, hands off my girlfriend, you creep. Ghost Rider cackles. I can grab you too. But trust me, it won't be a pleasant experience. Cutie manages to break free from the chains and charges ahead, but Gian yells, hey, let me out too! She dismisses him with a frosty glare, only to get smacked and thrown back by Ghost Rider. Gian catches her just before she hits the ground, saying, I told you to free me. Now look, you caught her for nothing. The system chimes in, host, you've got 3 choices. First, escape with Cutie. Reward +2 agility points. Second, kneel before Ghost Rider and plead for everyone's lives. Third, teach Ghost Rider a lesson. Defeat him like a true hero and become everyone's savior. Reward upgraded technology. Gian beams. Easy choice, I'm going with option 3. Ghost Rider, prepare to kneel before me. Because if I decide to take you down, I won't be stopping anytime soon. The students gasp in disbelief. Gian's lost it. Ghost Rider's at least a B-rank awakener. Going after him head-on is pure craziness. Ghost Rider unleashes an assault, sending Gian crashing backwards. The students cry out in despair. We knew this was coming. Seriously, if you had to free someone, why this idiot? As Gian tumbles, he thinks frantically, what am I supposed to do now? Suddenly, Hongyi appears in front of him, her voice steady and strong. You're not doing anything. I'll take care of this. Your power is too much for your body to handle, but if you focus it in your right hand, you can finally tap into it. At that moment, Gian concentrates and his real power awakens. Gian smirks and says, now, this is about to get exciting. Meanwhile, he thinks to himself, Hongyi is seriously close to me right now. Does she actually want me to kiss her again? But then Hongyi reveals her true form and snaps, idiot, wake up, otherwise Ghost Rider will finish you off. With eyes wide open, Gian wonders, wait, was Hongyi just in my dream? Ghost Rider growls, kid, I'll give you props, you're tough. Nobody survives a hit from my left hand. Yet here you are. Gian smirks back. Do you know what happens to anyone who dares to mess with me? No one survives. The moment they see me, they say, that's Gian strong and mighty, with a voice so sharp it could cut through ice. And anyone foolish enough to cross me ends up weak in the knees. Ghost Rider snarls, we'll see whose pants get wet. And with that, he launches another lethal attack. Everyone watching thinks Gian's toast this time, but Gian calmly raises his right hand and catches the onslaught. He declares, here's a classic saying, a king's son may be born unclad, but he's still a prince. And I say this for one reason, because I am the heir of the Lyn family. I will not lose to a mutt like you. Ghost Rider's eyes go wide with shock. What? You're from the prestigious Lyn family. Without missing a beat, Gian lifts him up and slams him against a rock. Cutie, astonished, whispers, when did he get this powerful? But Ghost Rider gets back up laughing. Awesome. It's been too long since I found an opponent who can actually draw blood. Let's see how you fare against me on my motorcycle. He charges forward, but before he can strike, Cutie intercepts him, delivering a bone-crushing blow that shatters his chest. Ghost Rider bellows, use all the tricks you want. You still can't defeat me. From behind him, Gian chimes in. Tricks? I'm not fooling around. Just enjoying the show from your blind spot. Then Cutie strikes again, obliterating Ghost Rider's motorcycle. Ghost Rider, realizing he's losing, sneers. I can't win, so I'll take you all down with me. He activates self-destruct as his body radiates with explosive energy. But at the last moment, Cutie protects Gian, saving his life. When the smoke settles, the students murmur anxiously. The chains are gone, but are Gian and Cutie even alive after a blast like that? Who could survive? Then with a smirk, Gian steps out of the smoke looking perfectly fine. Even fire isn't hot enough to burn a Lynn. The students groan. He just strolled out of Death's front yard and is already delivering another dramatic line. But wow, he actually did it this time. Gian turns to Cutie with a cheeky grin. You must be sore, huh? Want me to give you a massage? Cutie, blushing and annoyed, pushes him away. Get off me! The other girls suddenly swarm Gian, giggling. We never noticed before, but you're actually really cute. Mind sharing your number with us? Meanwhile, Rody Sugi, fuming in the background, mutters, where on earth did this punk find so much power? The system's voice speaks up. Host, you have defeated Ghost Rider. As a reward, you receive 1 psychic point. Gian smirks. With that psychic point, I'll finally unlock my psychic powers. I thought I'd keep a low profile, but what can I say? This handsome face and sheer strength just can't be ignored. Suddenly, the other student spots something in the sky. What's that flying over there? A gigantic machine shows up and declares second test complete. The students are left in shock. Wait, what? It's over. Does that mean everything that... What's that flying over there? A colossal machine arrives announcing second test complete. The students are stunned. Wait, what? It's over. Does that mean everything that developed? So you're telling me that whole situation was a setup? The machine chimes in. Yep, just a little emergency drill. We wanted to see how you'd handle the heat of a crisis. Don't worry, we've captured every moment on film. Only the real stars of the show will get into the Hero Academy. Cutie fumes. What the heck? I'm the examiner here. Why wasn't I in the loop? The machine responds. Some details were kept under wraps for your own good. You'll get the full scoop once you step into the academy. By the way, the one who really shone in this mess was Lyn Jian. Gian casually waves it off like it's no big deal. That's cool, I guess. No need for all this fuss, he says humbly, but the crowd erupts in cheers. Gian, you're our hero. Even Cutie, secretly watching from a distance, thinks to herself, there's just something about that kid. He's got great things to come written all over him. Back at Gian's place, Lee beams with pride. Brother, you aced the test. Gian grins like a Cheshire cat. Not just aced, I was the top dog. Now I'm off to the Hero Academy too. Just like you. Lee nods with a smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. Deep down, she thinks, great, if he sails off to the academy, I'll barely see him anymore. She says gently, brother, take a breather. I'll whip up something nice. Don't forget to tell Big Sis the good news. Later, Gian calls Lynua to share his triumph. Lyn Ha responds, you did great. If Dad were here, he'd be over the moon. I know you'll protect the city just like he always did. Hanging up, Gian muses, the Lyn clan is full of secrets. I wonder when I'll finally meet my oldest sister, Lyn Hua. Suddenly, he feels like an anvil just dropped on him. Then he senses a presence and gasps. Oh, it's you. So yesterday wasn't just a figment of my imagination. You're real Hongi. Hongi steps forward looking chill. Yep, I'm here to help you level up your powers. I'm talking next level stuff. But there's a catch. You've got to marry me. Gian freezes like a deer in headlights. Marry you. Hongi nods. Yep, you got it. We're talking about a special contract here. Gian stammers. But I'm just your average college kid. How can I even think about such a huge decision so fast? Hongi counters, you have time, but I don't. With that, she signs the contract with Gian. The system chimes in, congrats host. Your ghostly marriage is all set. Now let's take a trip down memory lane. You're about to see your partner's past. It starts about 1,000 years ago when the demon god decided to throw a tantrum and attacked humanity. The streets ran red with blood, and the last hero standing went down in flames. For an entire millennium after that, the hero's soul has been on a never-ending vacation, just waiting for a chance to reincarnate and come back. Gian thinks to himself, whoa, these are Hongi's memories. So she was a hero once upon a time. I want to see more, but I can't keep my eyes open. I'm so sleepy. The next morning, Lingy yells, brother, rise and shine. As Gian rolls out of bed, he thinks Hongi visits me every night, and then poof disappears before dawn. What a curious spirit. If she was once a hero, how in the world did she end up as just a ghost? I need to ask her about that someday, but for now, focusing on my goals is key. Tearfully, Lingy says, brother, are you really leaving me? Gian replies, I don't want to, but it's gotta happen. His thoughts swirl. I can't take the world lightly. There are enemies out there who've tried to send me to the afterlife before. If Lyn Ji sticks around, she's putting herself in harm's way. I need to get stronger before I can bring her along. As long as she's chillin' at the Lyn family pad, no one's got the muscle to mess with her. That's the only reason I'm leaving her behind now. John says softly, Linji, just hang out at home for a bit. I promise I'll come back once I'm strong enough to take you with me. Then he hops on the bus. Meanwhile, Lingy thinks, honestly, sister promised she'd always come to visit, but turns out she only pops by once a year, and I won't let that happen with you. Even if you don't come to see me, I'll pop by your university. The scene shifts to the Hero Academy. Gian thinks gotta hand it to this place. It truly deserves its title as the best academy in the country. The buildings are stunning, and the girls, wowza. But, Gian, keep your eyes on the prize. If one girl walks away, another will be around. But if you slack off now, your power dreams will vanish. As a wise person once said, chase girls and they'll run off with your cash. Chase money and girls will be chasing you. In this world, power is the real treasure. To gain that power, I need to scope out who my teacher will be. Nearby, the academy teachers are bickering like kids in a playground, each trying to snag the best students. Two teachers are bickering over who gets the next superstar. Just because you're older doesn't mean you get all the good ones. You've been hogging the top talent. The red-haired teacher smirks. Time will tell who comes out on top. Just then, another teacher pipes up. Your name is Lyn Jian, right? Pretending to play nice. Gian replies, Yep, that's me. What do you need? Instantly, all the teachers surround him, like vultures circling fresh roadkill. So you're the one with S-rank potential. Come over to my side and I'll hook you up with the best pills. Another interrupts, Oh no, become my student. I've got loads of gorgeous female disciples over here. Before he knows it, they're all over him. One teacher jabs at another, Old Wong. You say you have the best pills. You can't even afford a candy bar. Old Wong fires back. Don't make me spill your secrets. You talk about tons of beautiful senior sisters, but why are you still single, huh? The teachers begin to squabble like children. Gian thinks, man, these teachers are a piece of work. Over to the side, the academy teachers are in a full-blown argument, squabbling over students like kids fighting over the last cookie. Two teachers are at it. Just because you're older doesn't mean you always win. You keep snatching up all the best students, but not this time. The teacher with the fiery red hair smirks. Time will reveal who gets the top picks. Just then, another teacher pipes up, Your name is Lyn Jian, right? Pretending to play nice. Gian responds, Yep, that's me. What's up? Instantly, all the teachers swarm around him. So you're the one with S-rank potential who crushed the second test. Join me as a student, and I'll hook you up with the finest pills. One cuts in. No, be my student. I've got a lineup of gorgeous female disciples. Soon they completely encircle him. One teacher ridicules another. Old Wong, you claim you've got the best pills, but your budget wouldn't buy a gumdrop, let alone a single one. Old Wong shoots back. Don't make me air your dirty laundry. You promise him a harem of stunning senior sisters, but in reality, you're flying solo, buddy. The two teachers get into a massive brawl. Gian thinks, Yikes, these teachers look like they belong in a horror movie. I can't even pick one. Just then, the fiery-haired teacher strides up. I'm Tang Lin. Want to join my class? Gian thinks, Wow, she's a real knockout. I've never seen basketballs that big before, he mutters. Old Wong hollers, I told you to keep your nose out of this. Gian, don't pick her. Tang just chuckles. The ball is in Gian's court now. Gian's brain is doing backflips. The teacher's a total stunner, but who to choose? Tang Lin leans in and whispers, If you pick me, I've got the best surprises for you. You catch my drift. The other teachers groan in annoyance. Tang Lin always wins with her sneaky tricks. It's like trying to outwit a brain surgeon. Finally, Gian announces, Master Tang Lin, you're officially my teacher. Tang grins. I gave you guys plenty of time, but clearly you couldn't seal the deal. Now he's all mine. She plants a quick kiss on Gian's forehead and adds, Get to work. If you slack off and ruin my rep, I'll be very unhappy. Watching all this, Rotisugi is fuming with jealousy. Later, Gian arrives at his dorm room. He thinks, This academy, these dorms, everything is absolutely perfect. I can't wait to start my epic journey. Just then, a student pops out from the neighboring dorm. Hey, you must be the new kid. I'm Fatty Gun. I'm also under Miss Tang Lin's wing, so I'm basically your senior. Anytime you need help, just give me a shout. Gian thinks, Gotta say, my senior seems like a pretty decent guy. Fatty Gun says, You must have met our teacher. She's quite a handful. Gian nods. Yeah, I saw that earlier. Fatty Gun continues, I'm betting she sweet-talked you into joining her class saying you'll get all these special treats in the future. Gian asks, Yup, she did mention that. Is that a bad thing? Fatty Gun replies, Not exactly bad, but she's totally pulled a fast one on you. That's how she ropes every student in promises of special perks. But in reality, she just works them like dogs. That's her style. Gian's worried. Dude, you're freaking me out. How bad can it really be? Fatty Gun says, Listen up. Our teacher Tang Lin is called the Witch for a reason. She earned that title because her methods are downright spooky. The special treats you think you're gonna get are totally different from what she actually delivers. Not everyone can hack it. Gian thinks to himself, I'll act scared on the outside, but inside I'm pumped. What kind of goodies are so intense that even I might struggle with them? Gian brims with confidence. Thanks for the heads up, senior, but don't sweat it. Your junior is ready for anything. Fatty Gun cracks a grin. Glad to hear that, since honestly, you're going to need all the perseverance you can muster. The scene shifts to Rotisugi, who's stormed to his grandfather. Rotisugi says angrily, Grandpa, that punk Lyn Jian is now a student of Tang Lin. He's given me more grief than anyone else ever dared. It's high time he learned a lesson. His grandpa replies coolly, "Don't worry about it. I'm already in the know. That kid won't make it through the night." Scene shifts to Gian, who's enjoying a soak when Hongyi suddenly appears. She says, "Looks like you're enjoying yourself." Shocked, Gian exclaims, "How did you get in here? You don't live inside my body, do you?" Hongyi chuckles, "Inside your body isn't just a tiny house. It's a whole spiritual metropolis, and it's not just me. A whole city could fit in there." Gian asks, "Spiritual metropolis? What's that all about?" Hongyi explains, "A spiritual world is made from the strength of one's soul. The stronger the soul, the bigger the world. With soul power, one gets stronger. And guess what? Your spiritual world is beyond anyone's wildest dreams. Your body is a powerhouse compared to anyone throughout history." Gian asks, "So is that why you hooked up with me, because of my spiritual world?" Hongyi nods. "Yeah, you could say that. But your spiritual world is so mighty that I can still draw energy from it without ever running low. It's like a never-ending buffet." "Thanks to your spiritual world," Gian beams. "So what are we waiting for? Let's charge up that energy right now." Just as things were about to heat up, there's a knock at the door. Gian grumbles, "Who the heck is knocking now? Don't they know to leave me alone?" When he opens the door, there's no one there. Gian scowls. Is this some sort of joke? Suddenly, someone jumps out from the bushes and attacks him. Gian sidesteps the strike and thinks, "Hey, someone's broken into my turf." He shouts, "Hold on, you're a weasel spirit." The weasel sneers, "Well, boy, you dodged my move. Guess you're quick on your feet. Don't mind my looks. Some think I'm part of the human crowd, while others see me as a fairy." Gian scoffs. "Honestly, who told you look like a fairy? You're just a weasel. And if you're a weasel pretending to be a fairy, then look at me. I must be Vin Diesel." The weasel smirked in his head. "This idiot walked right into my trap. Now's the perfect time to pounce." But before he could attack, Hongyi swooped in and caught him like it was I must be Vin Diesel. The weasel thought to himself, "This doofus just walked right into my trap. Now is the perfect moment to strike." But before he could make a move, Hongyi swoops in and grabs him like a pro. Gian stared. "Whoa, I didn't even see you get here that fast." Hongyi replied coldly, "What's the difference? Let's just take care of him already." Gian stopped her. "No, Hongyi, don't off him just yet. He came into our place himself. So how about we whip up something delicious with him?" The weasel freaked out. "The boss didn't say I'd end up in a Chinese kitchen. These folks wouldn't even let a dog off easy. How could they possibly demur over a weasel?" Tears flowing like a river, the weasel lamented, "I'm just a weasel. I taste worse than a soggy shoe. How could you munch on something this hideous? Look at my adorableness. There's no way you'd chomp down on something so cute." Gian chimed in, "Listen up, you pint-sized weasel. You know we won't hesitate to chow down on you. Now, if you cherish your little life, spill the beans on who sent you here," said Gian. The weasel retorted, "In my line of work, there's one rule: I'd rather kick the bucket than squeal. And I've got one rule when it comes to dinner: weasels always get roasted first." Gian warned. The weasel, now sweating bullets, exclaimed, "Don't take this so seriously. I was just messing with you. Yonggong is the one who sent me to stir up trouble." Gian pondered. Yonggong, isn't that the grandpa of Rotisugi? And if I recall correctly, he's a big cheese over at the Hero Academy. Can you believe he's got all these options but has sunk this low just to take me out? Suddenly, a voice chimed in. "Host, you've got 3 choices. First, let the weasel live. In return, you'll snag a marrow cleansing pill that'll help you unlock that top-tier S-rank body. Second, you can take out the weasel and send him to the great beyond. You'd even get to whip up something delicious with him." Gian scratched his head deep in thought. "Well, options 2 and 3 don't exactly scream rewarding, so I'm going with option 1, Gian announced. "Weasel, to be honest, I'm actually kind of fond of you. That's why I'm not going to make you my dinner." The weasel blinked in disbelief. "Are you for real?" Gian replied, "Yep, just make sure you take care of yourself on the way out." The weasel, celebrating like he just won the lottery, exclaimed, "You're a real gem." The system then chimed, "Host, you've spared the weasel's life. As a bonus, you've obtained a marrow cleansing pill." Gian thought, "Awesome, I got the loot. Now let's go hunt that scoundrel again." Meanwhile, as the weasel swung open the gate, he cheered, "I've never felt this over the moon in my life. I danced with death and lived to tell the tale." Just then, Gian popped up and asked, "Where do you think you're darting off to?" The weasel turned back. "But you said I could skedaddle." Gian frowned. I said you could live, but that doesn't mean you can just bounce out of this house. So Gian roped the weasel up. Hungi queried, so what's the plan here? Are we seriously going to cook and devour him? Gian replied, no way, I've got a way better idea. The next morning, when the weasel finally awoke, he spotted a collar around his neck. Crying out, he cried, I'm an ancient spirit who's roamed the earth for centuries. I'm used to dining with dignity. I can't end up living the life of a pet dog. Please somebody save me from this monster. Meanwhile, Gian rolled out of bed groaning, I'm so wiped out. Last night I popped that marrow cleansing pill and my body was on fire. Thankfully, Hongi swooped in to help cool my jets. Having a ghost wife honestly isn't half bad. As Hani emerged from her slumber, she commented, compared to before, you're so much stronger and ridiculously handsome. Gian replied, yeah, I can totally feel the power flowing through me. Hongi interjected, I don't know where you scored that pill, but don't start celebrating yet. Your body hasn't soaked up its full potential yet. Last night, I had to help you absorb some of it, but the pill was pushing you towards S rank, and your body isn't quite up to speed for that kind of energy just yet. I had to hold back a chunk of it. You'll gradually unlock those powers. Gian bounced with excitement. So we just keep training over and over again, right? Hungji shook her head. Nah, not quite. To really toughen up, you gotta take some hits to your muscles and bones. You've heard the saying, when muscles break, they grow back stronger, right? Gian asked. So you're saying I need to hit the gym? Hani grinned. Nope, you need to get beaten up. The more you get pummeled, the stronger you'll get. Later, Gian strolled into the Hero Academy. During an assembly, the news broke that the welcome ceremony for all new recruits was about to kick off. Gian mused, Hongi said I needed to get pounded, and when folks lash out in anger, it'll be even better. That's why she didn't take a swing at me. She sent me here to get walloped. Just then, Fatty Gun showed up yelling, Gian, hustle up, the welcome ceremony is about to ramp up. All the girls were whispering excitedly. Lyn Jian is such a heartthrob, isn't he? I heard he totally crushed it in the second test. The teachers are saying he's got a bright future ahead. Gian thought, hearing people spill the tea about me feels amazing. I'm feeling like a big-time celebrity. Soon, Tang Lin breezed over greeting Gian. Glad you made it. Meet my students Murang, Jingyi, and Huang. They're your seniors, and you already know Cutie, who was your examiner during the second test. Cutie scolded him. What's your deal showing up late on your very first day of college? Gian smirked. By the way, Cutie, you're looking even more fit than before. If you ever feel stiff, just give me a shout. I'm a whiz at massages. Seething with rage, Cutie lunged at Gian, but he dodged every blow with his eyes shut. __ gasped. He's even better than the gossip says. Gian teased, you couldn't land a hit on me. But then out of nowhere, Gian accidentally bumped into Teacher Tang. Tang Lin remarked, you've really leveled up since we last crossed paths. Oh, and by the way, I dug into your background and stumbled upon something wild. I had no clue your dad was the legendary hero Lyn Jian. Fatty Gun's jaw dropped. What Gian is the offspring of the great hero Lyn Jian? He's always been my top hero. Meet my students Murang, Jingyi, and Huang. They're your seniors, and Cutie here is your examiner from the second test. Cutie scolded, you're way too careless who shows up late on their very first day of college. Gian grinned and said, by the way, Cutie, you're looking even more stunning than before. If you ever feel sore, I'm a massage genius, furious. Who shows up fashionably late on the first day of college? Gian chuckled. By the way, hey, Cutie, you've really been hitting the gym or something looking buff. If you ever need a rub down because you're sore, I've got you covered. Furious. Cutie lunges at Gian, but he dodges every single one of her blows with his eyes closed. An amazed bystander muttered, he's even better than they said. Gian quipped, you couldn't even touch me. But then on accident, Gian bumps into Teacher Tang. Tang Lin says, you've really leveled up since we last met. By the way, I dug into your background and found something super cool. I had no idea your father was the legendary hero Lyn Jian. Fatty Gun gasped, what Gian is the son of the great hero Lyn Jian. He's always been my favorite hero. I used to dream of being just like him. Fong chimes in, there isn't a single awakener who doesn't know about hero Lyn Jian. The Lyn family has produced geniuses across the generations, but Lyn Jian was the GOAT among them. They say, while Lyn Jian was alive, not even a brick in Conwen City could be moved without his say-so. He was the undisputed #1 awakener of his time, and nobody before or since has come close to his power. Cutie added, there's a popular saying about the Lyn family, their trash is still better than the best from other families. Honestly, Lyn Jian is living proof of that. Naturally, he's strong. He's from a lineage of incredible talents. Gian mulled it over. I've always known my dad was amazing, but I didn't realize he was this legendary. With the way everyone talks, they must have read tons of articles about him. Strangers seem to know so much about my dad, and here I am, his son, feeling like I only know a smidge. Jian contemplated. They're right, the Lyn family is genuinely extraordinary. But what I can't wrap my head around is how Gian powered up so quickly. I've heard teacher Tanglina's methods to boost her students, but what kind of secret sauce did she use on him to elevate his abilities so fast? Meanwhile, Sugi thought, Grandpa said Gian wouldn't live to see this morning, but here he is standing before me as fit as a fiddle. Just then, how on earth did she boost his power so quickly? Sugi thought to himself, I heard Grandpa say Gian wouldn't make it to breakfast, and yet here he stands like it's no biggie. Just then, the vice principal chimed in, All right, everyone, time to pipe down. I'm Vice Principal Yin, and I'm thrilled to see all your bright faces today. You might think the Hero Academy is the creme de la creme of academies. But guess what? It's actually all you students who make it top-notch. The higher you climb, the higher the academy goes with you. So I'm rooting for you all to achieve greatness in the future. Now, as for the first and second tests, some students knocked it out of the park. That's why we're about to hand out the Hero Order. If you get this shiny award, please strut up here and give us a little speech. Gian leaned in and whispered, Hey, Brother Fatty Gun, what's this Hero Order all about? Fatty Gun grinned and replied, The Hero Order goes to the creme de la creme. Picture it like a cool stone card. It's also got storage space. You can fit a ton in there, even living things. Gian's eyes popped. No way, that's incredible. Fatty Gun beamed. I got one last year myself. Gian chuckled. Honestly, looking at you, I'd never guess you could waddle 2 steps without losing your breath. If you got it, you must be some sort of unicorn. Fatty Gun shot back. Bro, don't let my sweet looks fool you. Under this adorable exterior lies a real troublemaker. When I graduated high school, folks showed up to say goodbye. Not because I was Miss Congeniality, but because I had a knack for causing chaos. Before Gian could retort, Fong piped up, Speeches are already rolling, guys. The principal called out, First from Class 1, please welcome Chia. Chia took the stage and said, Thanks for this award. I know the Academy expects big things from me, and I promise not to let you down. Next up, Class 2, let's hear from Yang Rotisugi. Rotisugi boldly declared, I'm going to become so powerful that this academy won't even recognize itself anymore. One day, it'll be known as the place where Rotisugi made history. Gian thought, what a load of nonsense. The guy bombed the second test yet is still treated like a star student. Clearly, his granddad knew someone important. Then the principal announced from Class 7, Lyn Jian. The system buzzed. Host, you have 3 choices. Option 1, deliver a basic humble speech. Reward 5 agility points. Option 2, give a speech that cements your status as the ultimate boss. Reward 5 strength points. Option 3, speak so inspiringly that everyone feels the energy. Gian mused, charm points would make me look even sharper. Initially, I thought about flying under the radar. Then there was the idea of crafting a terrible speech just to get beaten up, as Hongyi suggested. But now, I have a brilliant plan, a way to get clobbered and earn some shiny rewards. He swaggered up and said, I'm grateful for this award. Honestly, there are tons of folks more deserving than me. Yet here I am, chosen among the crowd. Thank you. I'm just a totally useless kid. Yet the Academy decided to take a chance on me and reward me with wonderful friends. I'm beyond blessed. I swear that in the future, I'll be a powerhouse standing shoulder to shoulder with you all as brothers and pals. The audience erupted in applause. Students murmured, Wow, what a remarkable student. It's true. People with great looks often have great hearts too. Even Chia thought, did I totally misjudge him? He's actually such a genuine guy. However, Rotisugi couldn't contain his fury, thinking, that punk just stole my thunder. The system announced, Host, you've earned 5 charm points. Gian smirked and said, And now the real fun begins. Everything I just said, complete fabrication. The truth is, I got this award because I'm totally deserving. And want to know why you didn't? Because you're all weak. Hopeless garbage. The powerful students here are from Class 7. The rest of you couldn't even shine our shoes. The crowd went wild. Even the Class 7 students were like, What's our role in this drama? Gian sneered. When I see weaklings like you, I start to itch. I just don't get how the Hero Academy stoops so low to accept trash like you. Seriously, I've thrown the gauntlet, yet none of you have the guts to step right up and hit me. In his mind, Gian thought, Perfect. Now I'll get the smackdown I need to make my muscles and bones even tougher. As he strolled into the crowd, he challenged, "Hey, bald dude, cover that sunlit dome of yours before I slap it raw. Because when I start slapping bald heads," the crowd went wild. Even the 7th graders were like, "Why on earth are we stuck in this mess?" Gian shot back with a smirk, "When I see losers like you, my eyes start itching like I've got allergies." Seriously, how did the Hero Academy tumble so low to let in trash like you? I've roasted you enough times that I thought you'd at least have the guts to come up here and sock me. In his head, Gian mused, "Sweet. This is just the beatdown I need to pump up these muscles." As he strutted into the crowd, he taunted, "Hey, shiny head, you better cover that dome, or I'm gonna slap it until it's blistering red, 'cause when it comes to bald heads, I'm a slapping machine. I don't bother with counting." Just then, Gian's older teammates swooped in like a superhero to defend him. Fatty Gun chimed in, "Dudes, Gian's not feeling so hot today. That's why he's just rambling nonsense. Please let him off the hook this time for the sake of the 7th grade." But Gian fired back, "You really think you can defend me? Honestly, you might be my seniors, but you're just a bunch of losers. You shouldn't even be here at Hero Academy. You belong in Loser University." Pissed off Wong and Fatty Gun yelled, "What did you just say? Looks like you're just begging to get smacked around today." And just like that, everyone teamed up and started giving Gian a beating. Even while getting pounded, Gian couldn't help but smirk. "What's the matter? Did you forget to have breakfast? I can't even feel your punches." In the meantime, as Xiaom walked away, she muttered, "No one can fix Gian. I thought he'd changed, but hoping for that was a total waste." Cutie added, "If he keeps acting this way, he's just asking to be thrashed." Teacher Tang Lin, observing from afar, thought, "Everyone thinks Gian is acting weird, but no one knows that's just classic Lin family behavior. He's taking this punishment because he wants to. If he truly wanted to, nobody here could even lay a finger on him." After a while, the crowd left Gian, all bruised and battered. Picking himself up, Gian declared, "Is that all you've got? Seriously, a stunning guy like me practically begged for you to beat me, and you still couldn't land a real hit. What's wrong with you people? Don't you want to wash your hands off?" A little Honggi's voice rang out. "Gian, that's enough for today. You should save it for tomorrow." But Gian chuckled, "What am I too charming for you to hit me? Don't tell me my good looks are holding you back. Really, your faces are so unattractive that if you just asked, I'd fill this place with my charm. Honestly, God, why did you make me this cute? My cuteness is starting to feel like a curse." Annoyed, the crowd shouted, "This jerk makes us want to pound him even more. After taking such a beating, he's still begging for it." Sitting down, Gian sighed, "I've read so many comics where the hero gets pounded for no reason. But here I am, literally begging them to beat me, and they still can't pull it off." Then a passerby smirked and said, "If you're that eager to get your butt kicked, why don't you ask out the school's goddess? Then you'll see a whole army ready to take you down." Gian grinned, "You're underestimating my guts. Not only can I ask the school's goddess to be mine, I could even propose to Miss Universe. All right, then let's see who comes running after me once I pop the question to the goddess." Gian fired off a message in the campus group chat. "My name is Lyn Jian, and there are a few things I hold dear. First, the goddess's smile. Second, that nothing should ever disrupt that smile. The rest is just noise. And lastly, nobody should stand between me and the goddess. So, my darling goddess, why waste time standing there? Fall into Lyn Jian's love instead." Hungi thought to herself, "I know Jian's just looking to get thrashed. But why does that still make me so mad?" Meanwhile, Gian chuckled, "That was smooth. The Chad chat is lighting up. Looks like a mob is about to come and give me a beating." Sure enough, groups of students arrived armed with bats and even firearms, ready to teach Gian a lesson. "You jerk, how dare you talk trash about our goddess today? We'll beat you so hard you'll forget how to breathe." Shocked Gian mumbled, "Wait a minute, how did they smuggle guns onto campus?" Honggi panicked. "Gian, you better watch out. I can't bear to see you get whacked like this." Checking the chat, the goddess herself whispered, "Lyn Jian, I'll remember you. Many admire me, but no one has dared to confess. Your courage, I really appreciate it." Meanwhile, Gian was taking a brutal beating. The crowd jeered, "Didn't you say no one should come between you and the goddess? Well, here we are. What are you going to do about it? And we've only just begun. If we don't knock this obsession with the goddess out of you, we don't deserve to be Hero Academy students." Just then, Tanglin showed up and ordered, "Hold it right there. My student may have messed up, and he's already gotten his punishment. But since I'm here, nobody lays another finger on him. I'll count to 3. If you're not gone by then, not even your teachers can save you." Terrified, the students fled, shouting, "Teacher Tang Lin is the scariest teacher ever. We need to get out of here fast." Tang Lin turned to Gian and said coolly, "So you're intentionally taking beatings to bulk up your muscles, huh?" Gian stammered, "No, teacher, that's not it at all." Tang Lin continued, "No need for such silly methods. In just a couple of days, the spiritual spring of our academy will be opening." Gian asked, "Spiritual spring? What does that have to do with my body?" Tang Lin explained, "Ages ago, this world was just normal until the Earth's spiritual energy awakened, bringing many treasures with it. The spiritual spring is one of those treasures. Going in will significantly enhance your physique. Normally, not everyone can enter, but since you're my student, you'll have no issues." Gian replied, "Teacher, if there's such a method, you should have told me earlier, but thanks for the heads up now. If you ever need anything from me, just let me know." Tang Lin replied, "Do you remember what I told you? Since you became my student, I promised you a special benefit. The time has finally come for me to deliver." Gian thought to himself, "Fatty Gun once said that special benefits are amazing. How could I even think about saying no to this?" Next up, we find ourselves behind the college grounds. Running like a madman, Gian shouts, "Miss Tang Lin, what on earth is this so-called special benefit?" Tang Lin replies, "Forget all that for now, and just keep running. If that boulder squashes you, you'll never stand up again in your life." Then she plops down right on Gian and says, "You don't have to do much. Just 1,000 push-ups, no biggie. Once you manage that, we can jump into the next round of training." Gian wonders, what kind of special benefit is this? Meanwhile, Fatty Gun and Juan are doubled over laughing, saying, "That's classic Miss Tang Lin's special benefit for you." Compared to other teachers, her training is like boot camp gone wild. But hey, her students end up being way tougher than anyone else. Of course, the training is just as brutal. So next up, Tang Lin sticks Gian underneath a waterfall. She declares, "You've got to sit here for 3 hours. If you budge even a smidge, you'll have to sit for another 3 hours. Gian thinks to himself, "This lady is a total demon who trains people like they're dogs." Then Tang Lin drags Gian to a cliff and says, "Hey Gian, you don't have to do much. Just jump off this cliff onto the trampoline below. Trust me, it'll be a blast just like the last training." Gian is starting to connect the dots. "Now I get it. No wonder the whole school calls her a witch. She's ice cold, and now she wants me to leap off a cliff." Time creeps by. As their grueling training continues, evening approaches. Exhausted, Gian groans, "You've been training me since morning. No breaks, no food. What's up with that?" "This is torture." Tang Lin chimes back, "You think this is torture? This was your dad's daily grind. Even though you're Lyn Yuan's son, you know nothing about him." Gian concedes, "Yeah, you're right. When he was alive, he was always busy working. My memories with him are practically non-existent. Most of what I know is from others. I barely knew the guy." Tang Lin replies, "So you have no clue about your father's greatness. All right, let me fill you in on who Lyn Yuan really was. 10 years ago, Conlin City was hit by a monster army. They were so close to taking over the entire city that they wiped out thousands. Those demons were so tough that even the city protectors bailed in terror. But back then, your father rallied his hunter team, the Avengers, the baddest team of hunters in town. As hunters, we had no obligation to save the city, but your father insisted we defend it anyway. And I know this because I, too, once fought alongside that legendary Avengers team. Together we took down tons of demons and saved countless lives. You could say Conlin City was staring down doom that day. But the Avengers turned the tide. Unfortunately, it came at a high cost. We lost our captain Lyn Yuan in that battle. A ton of S-rank demons showed up, and your dad went solo against them. He became a hero etched in history's memory. The Avengers were shattered after that fight. Many lives were lost, and the survivors were left battered. That's why we could never regroup as a team." Gian says, "I had no idea my dad paid the ultimate price to save people." Then he thinks to himself, "Funny enough, I'm just a soul that hopped dimensions into this body. I don't really feel connected to the owner or his family. But learning about my dad's epic heroics gives me a sense of pride. I thought I just popped into this world for a sweet second chance at life to kick back and chill. I figured nothing could beat that. But now that I realize my family shed their blood for me to live, not just me, but the entire city is living peacefully thanks to their sacrifices, I can't just sit on my hands. My dad and other family members died defending this city. Even now, my little sister is putting her life on the line day in and day out to protect it. How could I stay put? I've got to get strong. However it takes, I want to wrap this all up once and for all so that no one in the Lyn family has to pay that price again. Gian declares, Miss Tang Lin, don't worry. Even if Lyn Jian isn't here to guard the city, his son Lyn Jian will step up. Now I know exactly what I need to do to get strong, and I'm game for whatever it takes. Tang Lin beams and says, then what are you waiting for? Time to hit those push-ups again. The scene shifts over to Yang's office. One guy says, that newbie Lyn Jian needs to be eliminated. I can wrap this up in no time. Yang responds, Moi, I know you've got this. That's why I'm passing this on to you. There are 1,000 spirit stones on the table. Go grab them. Just make sure there are 0 slip-ups when dealing with Lyn Jian. Moi responds confidently, no sweat. This time Lyn Jian will be taking a dive into the spiritual spring. With my iron strength, I'll bury him 7 feet under, and nobody will breathe a word of it. Also, he publicly asked out my goddess. Even if I weren't being paid, I'd be all in for this job. As he leaves, Moi thinks, why take the cash up front? When I come back with Lyn Jian's head, I'll collect my spirit stones then. Meanwhile, Gian is heading back to campus. He thinks to himself, in just the past 2 days, thanks to my teachers in Hongyi, I've toughened up a lot. I've already absorbed nearly 90% of the mirror cleansing pill's power. Soon, I'll really be packing an S-rank body. Just then, Lyn Jian spots Weasel nearby and curiously asks, what's up with you? Why are you chowing down like a mutt? Weasel snaps back, ruffled. Have you lost your mind? I've been around for thousands of years. I'd rather kick the bucket with dignity than chow down like a dog. Gian smirks. If you bark at me, I'll toss you this juicy chicken leg. You claim you'd rather starve, but we both know it's way harder to resist. I'd rather meet the end with dignity than chow down like a dog. Gian grinned. If you bark at me, I'll offer you this delicious chicken leg. You talk about starvation, but resisting is way harder. I'd prefer to kick the bucket with some dignity than chow down like a stray dog. Gian grinned. If you start barking in front of me, I'll toss you this scrumptious chicken leg. You say you prefer starvation, but resisting is the real challenge. Starving more than I can chat about it. Giving in to his primal hunger, Weasel snatched the chicken and dove into it. Between chomps, he grumbled, after millennia of existence, I never thought I'd be dining like this. But hey, since you gifted me this chicken, let me return the favor with a little warning. Watch your back. Trouble's headed your way. I know Yang Gong like he's my neighbor. The guy doesn't stop until his job's done, and you being alive? Yeah, that must have really ticked him off. He's definitely sending a heavy hitter after you. Gian paused, pondering, maybe this weasel's not totally evil after all. Out loud, he said, thanks, Goldie. I'll keep that in mind. Weasel growled, and Goldie, don't call me that. Moments later, teacher Tang Lin showed up with the students leading them to the enigmatic spiritual spring. Gian looked around totally baffled. Teacher, this place looks like some historical landmark. Where's the spring? Tang Lin replied, this place is camouflaged from the average Joe. It's only accessible to folks from Hero Academy. Plus, each of you has a hero order packed with 500 spiritual stones. Before you can dip into the spring, you've got to toss them in. That's the secret to unlocking the energy that'll do you good. Curious Gian turned to Fatty Gun. Hey, Senior Fatty, what's the deal with spiritual stones? Fatty Gun explained with a smile. They're like energy juice bottles. Toss them in, and boom, you get way stronger. That's why spiritual stones are basically money in this world. The students rushed ahead. Cutie chimed in. Come on, let's not dawdle. We gotta move. Tang Lin nodded in agreement. Go on, kiddos. I'll be here waiting. Gian reassured her. Don't fret, teacher. We'll be back in a jiffy. Inside, Fatty Gun grinned. Gian, keep your head on straight. I'll be busy helping the girls. Gian sighed. At least tell me which spring is the creme de la creme before you dash off. Rotisugi was eyeing him like a hawk. Looks like they're scheming today, but honestly, what's their plan? I should just zero in on this spiritual spring. If those jokers mess with me, I'll deal with them. As he looked around, his gaze landed on a gigantic gate. Weird. Everything else here is wide open, but this massive gate is standing like a fortress. What kind of treasure might be behind it? Without a second thought, he kicked it open. To his surprise, inside were the 2 Academy goddesses catching some sun. Gian's eyes went wide. Well, I didn't find the treasure I expected, but this is a major upgrade. The girls gasped. One of them sneered. Isn't that Lynn the loser who got wrecked yesterday? Another piped up. The same Lyn who publicly professed his love for me. At that moment, the system's voice boomed. Host, you have 3 options. 1, bounce out of here and earn 5 agility points. 2 show some guts and dive into the spring for 6 pisk points. 3 apologize and gain 5 strength points. Gian smirked. I've seen too much to back out now. The goddess screeched. Show some guts and leap into the spring. Reward 6 pisk points. 3 say you're sorry and net 5 strength points. Gian chuckled. I've seen enough craziness already. Why hold back now? The goddess shouted. Lyn Jian, what are you doing? Gian cannonballed straight into the spring, doing exactly what I oughta. Enraged, the goddess booted him out of the room. The system chimed again. Host, your bravery is commendable. Reward granted. Not far off, Mui was seething. Did Gian just come from the very room where my goddess was lounging? Does that mean he totally saw her? I haven't even sniffed that kind of luck myself. And this punk actually spied on her. Gian, you've hit a new low. I swear you'll get what's coming to you. Meanwhile, Gian discovered a small empty spring. All the other springs are occupied. Looks like I'm stuck with this little puddle. Guess I'll make it work. He slipped into the water, feeling a wave of relief. I gotta admit, getting beat up and then soaking in warm water really feels kinda good. It's like all my sore muscles are celebrating. Out of nowhere, Hungi popped up. Gian, am I not enough for you? Why do you keep flirting with every other girl? For this, I'm gonna bite you. She sank her teeth into his shoulder. Gian winced, thinking, how do I even explain I have my reasons for being a player? Honestly, I'm not usually this way. Just then the gate burst open. Moi stormed in, eyes blazing. You scumbag! How dare you lay your filthy hands on my goddess? Gian narrowed his eyes. So it's him. The dude I spotted chatting with Rodisugi earlier. Something's definitely fishy here. Moi advanced, practically glowing with rage. Those eyes that dared look at my goddess today, I'll rip them out and play with them. Gian dodged Mui's punch. The ground shattered beneath them, sending debris flying. Stunned, Gian shouted, there's no solid ground under this pond. He grabbed the edge and hauled himself to safety. Holding on to Gian's foot, Moi growled, if I go down, you're coming with me. You took a good look at my goddess. You've made a huge blunder. Just as Gian was about to topple, Hungi leaped forward to catch him. Moi cackled, breathless with triumph. At last, my mission is accomplished. Even if I bite the dust, I did it. Then Moi collapsed. But Gian quickly figured out the cave was more than it seemed. There's water under the cave. I might still have a shot at survival. He dove through the surface, but instead of landing in water, he fell again. Astonished, Gian realized this water was floating like magic. Hungi steadied him. This world doesn't play by your rules. Nothing here is logical. As she spoke, Moi dove downward and met his end. Thanks to Hungi's quick reflexes, Gian was saved, letting out a breath of relief. Gian murmured, never thought there'd be a hidden world under this spiritual spring. I bet even Hero Academy has no clue. From what I see, there's a whole lot of treasure here. Let's go dig around. We might uncover something awesome. Hanny beamed. You bet treasure hunting sounds like a blast. They took a gander at Mu Hui's corpse. Gian shrugged like he just lost a penny. He's gone. Hani shot him a worried glance. Aren't you feeling anything about this? Gian wiggled his head. Honestly, nope. He came here to send me to the afterlife. If the dice had rolled differently, I could have been the one biting the dust today. So whether he's kicking or out of the game doesn't really tickle my fancy. What gets me all worked up is the treasure he was hauling around. He yanked out a spiritual stone and wrinkled his nose. What a cheap find. I thought he'd be loaded. Hungi jumped in jittery. Watch out, Gian. I can smell demons and ghosts lurking around. Gian shot back. Are they all as cute as you? Hungi gave him a smack. Dude, this isn't Disneyland. This place is a ghost town. Only bad news bears hang out here. It's not safe for wimpy humans. Gian asked, what's a ghost town? Is it dangerous for my delicate self? Honey lowered her voice. Yep, it's super dangerous for wimpy humans. If a weak demon strolls into a human city, they're toast. Similarly, a weak human poking around in a demon city is going down too. Gian was half listening when a giggle echoed nearby. A ball zoomed by and plopped at Gian's feet. Gian chuckled. A Loki ball. Do they have low-coms here too? A couple of ghost kids waltzed over. Hey, uncle, we were playing soccer and need more players. Join or we'll smack you. The system chimed in with choices. Play soccer with these kiddos for 3 strength points. Take one out and escape for 5 strength points, or turn them into your rivals for 8 strength points. Gian grinned at their eagerness. They just love their soccer. Who could say no to that? What are your names? The first little ghost chirped. I'm Orlando. The other one said, I'm Mousy. We want to be the world's best ghost soccer players when we grow up. Gian bent down with a smile. All right, I'll teach you a trick that'll give you a leg up. He kicked the ball, sending it whacking into Mousy, who toppled over. Gian quipped, looks like you lads are destined to be bothersome buddies. I just took out one of those bothers early. Rolando howled, Uncle just took out Mousy. Who am I gonna play with? Now you came to our ghost town and squashed my friend Revenge Time. Hongi cautionary noted, Gian, you've got a knack for starting beef. There's a whole bunch of ghosts coming for you. What's the plan? Gian shrugged casually. Same old, let them take their swings at me. I've soaked up 90% of my pill's power. Just a bit more damage and I'll hit that gold S-rank status. The ghosts all huddled closer. Who does he think he is messing with, our town's star soccer player? Gian grinned without a care. You want payback for your buddy, come and get it. Bring it on. The ghosts froze, stunned that someone would dare to tempt fate. This dude is nuts. But since he knocked out Mousy, they lunged. Rolando's brother piped up. Wait a tick, there's a girl ghost over there. Why isn't she rushing to save him? Gian goaded. You all tuckered out already. Honestly, your efforts feel like a warm-up for me. One of the ghosts took a sniff and said, no point in pounding on him. His body looks scrumptious. Let's just chow down. We'll throw a party for Mousy tonight. The ghostly crew's mood shifted. Honey watched in horror. Gian might really need a hand. She squinted at Gian. Was he glowing? Was his body gearing up for a big reveal? In that moment, John's S-rank physique kicked into gear. Gian announced he could feel the power surging through his veins. Hungi said, come on, let's clean up these pests fast. No holding back now. They charged ahead, taking down monsters left and right. Gian commented, with this powerhouse of a body wiping these dudes out, feels like a walk in the park. After a week of taking hits for this strength, I gotta say, it feels phenomenal. Just as Gian and Hongi were basking in victory, an eerie noise rippled through the air. Gian frowned. Hongi, what's that noise? Something's got a hold of me. Hongi's face turned serious. We need to bolt. That's the presence of a ghost king. If it comes here, no amount of teamwork will save us. With that, she yanked Gian out of the spiritual spring. Panting, Gian said, finally, we're out of there. Teacher Tang Lin approached, looking worried. Gian, you've been MIA for a while. Seems like you've come away with quite the haul from this escapade. Fatty Gun chimed in, dude, your luck is insane. No matter where you roam, you end up scoring powers. Meanwhile, the Ghost King was making its grand entry from the spiritual spring. Tang Lin's expression turned grim. Everyone scram, this isn't kid-friendly. Gian thought, wow, it's the first time I've seen the teacher look this serious. Are Ghost Kings really that fierce? Later at home, while catching the news, Gian mumbled, wow, so the teacher put the Ghost King in its place. But despite his lengthy search, Mu Hui's body was still missing in the ghost town. Most likely those ghosts took off with it. Guess it'll stay lost for good. Just then, Gian's phone buzzed. It was Fatty Gun. Over the line, he shared, the Academy sealed off the spiritual spring after the ghost shenanigans. They're handing out soul cores as compensation for the students. We need to head to old Gian to snag ours. Gian raised an eyebrow. Soul core, what's that all about? Hongi explained. A soul core is a juicy nugget that forms in a monster's body. It's like a treasure chest of that monster's energy and powers. If a hunter absorbs it, they get a serious strength boost. And if luck's on their side, they might even trigger a special ability. That's why soul cores are super rare and treasured. Gian nodded deep in thought. In that case, getting even the two of us together won't stand a chance. With that, she yanked Gian out of the spiritual spring. Panting heavily, Gian muttered, finally, we're out. Teacher Tang Lin approached with concern. John, you were MIA for a bit. Looks like you came away with quite the experience. Fatty Gun chimed in. Dude, your luck is unreal. No matter where you roll, you somehow end up leveling up. Meanwhile, the Ghost King began to emerge from the spiritual spring. Tang Lin's face tightened. Everyone clear out of here right now. This is way out of Kids League. Somehow, you might even score some powers. Meanwhile, the Ghost King started surfacing from the spiritual spring. Tang Lin's expression turned serious. Everyone scram right now. This is no kiddie pool. Gian had a moment of reflection. This is the first time I've seen my teacher so serious. Are Ghost Kings really that strong? Later at Gian's place, while glued to the news, he mumbled. So the teacher actually took down the Ghost King. Yet after all that searching, they never found Mu Hui's body in that creepy ghost town. It's probably been ghost-napped. That means it's as good as lost for good. Just then, Gian's phone chimed. It was Fatty Gunn. On the line, Fatty exclaimed, "The Academy has sealed the spiritual spring thanks to the ghost fiasco. Oh, and they're handing out soul cores to all students as compensation. We need to head over to old Gian to claim ours." Gian raised an eyebrow. "Soul core, what in the world is that?" Hongyi chimed in to explain. "Each student will now score a soul core as a part of the goodies. We'll need to scurry over to old Gian to claim ours." Gian raised an eyebrow. "Soul core, what kind of cosmic snack is that?" Hongyi explained. "A soul core is like a power bank that forms inside a monster's body. It's got most of that monster's energy packed in there. If a hunter absorbs it, they can really beef up their strength. And if luck's on their side, they might even unlock some fancy special ability. That's why soul cores are as rare as a unicorn." Gian nodded, looking thoughtful. "Well, they might even unlock some funky special ability with it. That's why soul cores are super rare and worth their weight in gold." Gian nodded, deep in thought. If that's the case, snagging one just got real important. Meanwhile, over in the corner, Weasel was eyeing Gian and his pals while grumbling, "I'm so over these guys and this dog food they keep dishing out. Boring." All of a sudden, Gian set a bowl of steaming chicken soup right in front of him. "Here, dig in." Weasel's eyes nearly popped out. "Chicken soup? Since when did your rundown place start serving 5-star cuisine?" Gian shot back with a smirk. "We feast like royalty here. It's you who gets stuck with the leftovers. But hey, since you tipped me off about Yang Gong's thugs yesterday, you kinda saved my bacon in that hot spring. So you've earned this." Weasel puffed out his chest like a proud peacock. "What can I say? I'm just a natural hero. Can't stand to see folks in a pickle. Honestly, keeping me tied up here is just wasting my super skills. Put me to work, and I could be a total game changer." Gian rolled his eyes and strolled off. Weasel watched him musing. "This kid's something else. Yang Gong once locked me up too, but he treated me like yesterday's trash. This dude, he captured me with plans to mess with me, yet he's way nicer than I thought. He actually sees me as something more." The scene then jumps over to Yang Gong's office. With a nervous pace, Rotisugi exclaimed, "Grandpa, no matter what we do, we can't seem to lay a finger on Gian. I say we unleash the assassins and take him out. If he grows too strong, we'll be toast." Yang Gong waved him off, cool as a cucumber. "Chill out, kiddo. No need to hurry. Opportunities will roll in, and when they do, we'll school that boy." The scene shifts again, this time landing in the treasure hall. Fatty pointed dramatically at an old man snoozing in his chair. "That's old Gian. He's our lunch date today." Gian blinked, "But he's out cold. Seniors, are you sure this guy's our teacher?" Fatty quickly warned, "Don't let his old monk look fool you. He might seem all sweet and harmless, but trust me, he's operating on a whole different level." Right then, old Gian's eyes popped open, locking onto Gian. Gian froze like a deer in headlights. One look from him feels like the weight of 1,000 elephants. I've never experienced such a scary vibe before. "Who even is this old guy?" Old Jang calmly interjected, "Come along, kids, follow me." As they moved, Gian thought to himself, "I guess I really misjudged this dude. Never judge a book by its cover, right?" Fatty pointed at some massive stones. "Inside each of these bad boys is a soul core, but to grab it, we've got to smash the stones ourselves. That takes a crazy amount of muscle." Old Gian nodded. "All right, kiddos. Step up and claim your stones." Gian turned to Fatty and asked, "Bro, is there no easier way to open these?" Fatty replied, "Only one way, my friend. Put your muscle where your mouth is." With that, everyone started smashing the stones. Fatty grumbled, "I got stuck with a totally lame soul core." Meanwhile, Gian was lost in thought. "Which one do I go for? This feels like a lottery. If luck's on my side, I could get something epic. If not, it'll just be junk." Suddenly, the system chimed in. "Host, you have 3 options. First, bust open the stone the normal way. That gets you 5 strength points. Second, show off and smash it with all your might, earning you 8 strength points. Third, beg your buddies for help. That'll score you 4 strength points." Gian smirked. "I just unlocked my S-Rank body yesterday. Breaking these stones is going to be a piece of cake." With one punch, he shattered a stone like it was nothing. Everyone gasped. He cracked it with a single punch. This dude really knows how to steal the spotlight. Gian took a step forward and smashed another stone. "Teacher!" Gian dashed over. "Kiddo, what on earth do you think you're doing?" Gian replied matter-of-factly. Instructor, the rulebook says we can only get soul cores by breaking stones. It never said one kid can only break one stone. If you're strong, break as many as you want. With that, Gian continued to break stone after stone. Old Gian halted him. Okay, enough. Don't demolish all of that. A kid just can only crack one stone. But hey, if you're strong enough, you can smash as many as you want. With that, Gian kept going, breaking stone after stone until old Gian halted him. Whoa there, easy, don't blow them all up. The other students freaked out and raced forward. Quick, or we're gonna miss out completely. Instructor Zhang pulled Gian aside. If you break everything, what's left for the others? Come with me. I'll give you something way cooler. They stepped into another room. Gian frowned. Old man, why are we here? Old Gian explained. Normal students can only smash one stone at a time, which is why their options are limited. But since you've got the chops to break many, you're clearly gifted. According to Academy rules, talented students get to pick directly from the soul jades. Gian thought, choosing a soul jade sounds even trickier. Hongyi appeared, encouraging him. Nothing's too tough with me on your side. Go for the red soul jade. It may look like an F rank, but it belonged to a powerful ghost fire demon. It's old, so a lot of its energy is gone, but it might still give you a new skill. Since the demon specialized in flames, there's a good chance you'll awaken a fire ability. Old Zhang chimed in. Really, kid, your eyes are sharper than a hawk's. Although this soul jade seems weak, its potential is off the charts. In fact, you just picked the best soul jade in this room. Linuin, if only you were here to see your son today. His eyes are just as keen as yours used to be. The system then asked, Host, do you want to absorb the soul jade? Gian wondered, can the system help me with that? All right, let's kick this off. In just 2 seconds, he fully absorbed the soul jade. The system announced, Congrats, you've unlocked a new ability, Inferno Fist. Gian's eyes sparked with excitement. Hongyi was spot on. I really did score a new skill. Old Gian stood there utterly flabbergasted. What kind of prank is this? Even the toughest fighters take ages to absorb a soul jade. Yet this kid did it in just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Gian clenched his fists. I used to only pump power into my right arm, but now it's flowing into my left arm too. Does this mean my hidden power is waking up? The system chimed in. Congrats, champ. You can now unleash your Stormbreaker ability with your left arm, just like a switch. Buzzing with excitement, Gian powered up. Whoa, unlocking this ability in my other arm feels like I've doubled my strength. Once I can channel that whopping force throughout my whole body, it'll be like power on steroids. Old Zhang beamed proudly. Lyn Jian, your son, is a force of nature. He's destined to be the genius of his generation. Just then, Fatty Gun came barreling in. John, haul it out of here. The commander of the goddess's fan army is here to squash you, and he's brought at least 100 minions along for the ride. Gian chuckled. What impeccable timing, Fatty Gun. Don't underestimate him. His name's Lu Fong, and he's got muscles for days. Please take my advice, and bolted. But Gian smirked back. I just unlocked a shiny new skill a few seconds ago. My hands are itching to give it a whirl. And now a punching bag is knocking on my door. There's no way I'm letting him slip away. Outside, Lu Fong bellowed, Coward, if you've got even a smidgen of real bravery, come out and meet me. The assistant scoffed. Why would he step out? He probably peeped our squad and ran off shaking in his boots. At that very moment, Gian strode into view. Fire still burns when it's hurt. Ashes linger even when the flames go out. And the dude who stares fear in the face and makes it whimper, that's Lyn Jian. Did you honestly think a lion would scarper just because a bunch of jackals showed up? Stunned, the assistant muttered, Bro, he's so full of himself. Who does he think he is calling us jackals? Lu Fong advanced. So you're Lyn Jian. I've heard you're quite the risk taker. Bold enough to toss your heart at our goddess. But did you consider the fallout? Did you expect her followers to just sweep it under the rug? Now tell me, how do you plan to take us on? Gian's gaze hardened. Why should I be shaking in my boots? No matter how big the dog pack is, one lion's enough to send them packing. And for you pups, this lion's more than enough. Lu Fan yelled, You won't slip away this time. Then he activated his King Kong powers and came charging in for an attack. Fatty chimed in, Luan's attack is so fast I couldn't even catch a glimpse, but how did Gian block it? To everyone's surprise, Gian halted the attack like it was nothing. Gian smiled. What's up? Is this the best you've got? Honestly, I'm feeling let down. Ticked off, Luan snapped. Get ready for the real deal. We're bringing out the heavy artillery. At that moment, the assistant conjured up his weapon and ghost. He shouted, Brother Luong, funnel your powers into me. Shocked, Gian thought, what the heck is happening? Aren't these clowns supposed to be fans of the goddess? Why are they squabbling? But Gian quickly decided, whatever this circus is, I can't sit back and watch anymore. With that, he stepped forward to launch an attack. Lu Fan sneered, get closer and you'll feel some serious hurt. Gian shot back, time will reveal who's really hurting. Now behold the power of Inferno Fist. Their strikes collided in a spectacular explosion. Cutie and the others gasped. What just went down? As the dust cleared, Lu Fan and his crew were left bruised and battered. Lu Fan groaned. Yesterday, this dude was getting stomped everywhere he went. How did he suddenly get supercharged? Lucky for us, he didn't go all in on us. He redirected his attack last minute. If not, we'd all be toast. Instead, we've got only a few scratches. Brother Lynn, we came here to bring you down, but you turned out to be some kind of superhero. Gian thought to himself, that was my first attempt with this attack. I accidentally missed, but at least nobody's biting the dust. Thank goodness for that. Then aloud, he said, I knew you were treading a dark path. That's why I showed up to enlighten you. I didn't wipe you out. This was merely a heads up. With that, Gian turned to bounce. Lu Fan and his crew whispered amongst themselves, Brother Gian is one incredible dude. Even with that kind of power, he let himself get whacked by us. Truly, he's the one deserving of serving the goddess. Watching from a distance, old Jang mused, this kid has serious potential. I can confidently say he's destined for greatness in the future. The scene shifts to Jian's digs. Lynn thought, brother must be super busy. He doesn't even bother to text me back anymore. Forget a call, he won't even shoot me a message. Thankfully, Sis knows someone at the college, so I got his address. But now he's not even home without me around. What has brother been up to lately? Never mind, I'll just wait inside. He has to come home sooner or later. Meanwhile, Weasel noticed her moving in and thought, someone just strolled into the house. Annoyed, he barked, who are you? How dare you waltz into this house? Get out of here right now, or it'll be bad news for you. But then he paused and muttered to himself, wait, what am I doing? I've started acting like a guard dog. How could I forget? I am the infamous Weasel. Lynn looked at him and chuckled. Brother has such a cute pooch. Goldie, is that your name? Weasel snapped. What's with you people? Do I look like a Goldie to you? Get out, girl, or I'll have to use some muscle. But then Lynn released her aura. Weasel froze in his tracks. What kind of crazy power is this? I've never felt such terrifying vibes before. She may look like a kid, but she carries the soul of a demon king. I better not mess around. Quickly wagging his tail, Weasel said, you're spot on. I'm just a cute little pup. Lynn burst out laughing. I knew I was spot on about dogs. Seriously, you're just too cute? Later that evening, Gian trudged home like a zombie. Today was a marathon. The treasure haul felt like it was on the other side of the world. It took ages to get back. Hold up. Why is the door wide open? Did we get robbed? Hi chimed in. Heads up. I can feel some serious bad vibes inside. There's a big shot waiting for you in there. Lynn was hanging out, plotting. I'm gonna totally surprise my brother when he gets home. Weasel, however, grimaced. John, you're a solid dude. But in front of this demon king, you're a goner. Who would have thought Yang Gong had a buddy this powerful? You're toast, my friend. Gian scanned the place and muttered, search party time, no one's home. Maybe I just forgot to lock up before I jetted. Suddenly, Hongi panicked. Gian, look behind you. Out of nowhere, Lyn Jian pounced on him like a bear hug. Gian blinked. Oh, hey, Lee, what's up? Lyn huffed, clearly annoyed. Brother, you've been ghosting me. No calls, no texts. What was I supposed to do? I had to show up. You promised you'd visit, and now you totally forgot about me. Gian sighed like he was carrying the weight of the world. Sorry, little sis. I've been so busy beefing up my skills, I lost track of time. Weasel, eavesdropping, gasped. Little sister, this demon king's related to Lyn Jian. LJ shrugged. I get it. You've been grinding hard, so I forgive you. Gian said, yeah, I need to pack on some power. I gotta keep you safe, and when you grow up, we'll be the trio keeping the city in check. LG beamed. Brother, I have awesome news. Gian perked up. What is it? Guess what? I got accepted into Hero Academy. I won't need to live in the city anymore. I can stay here with you. Gian faked a big smile. That's amazing. But deep down, he thought, why here of all places? I was loving my chill time with Hani, and now it looks like my peaceful days are winding down. Meanwhile, Weasel started to freak out internally. Wait, does this mean the Demon King sticking around living here is going to be even more of a nightmare for me? I can't hang with these powerful hazards. I need a getaway plan. Just then, Lingy exclaimed happily, Brother, you got a super cute puppy. I was playing with him while waiting for you. Gian thought, I can just picture Weasel being less than thrilled about this, yet seeing him all jolly is oddly warming. Then Lenji piped up, Hey, quick question. You live here alone, but why is it always so tidy? You never lift a finger to clean. So you're not solo here. You said you were busy leveling up, but now it seems you've been busy with something else. Gian quickly objected, No, I've really been hustling on my cultivation. Come on, you think any girl would give you the time of day? Lee replied honestly, No girl wants you, and pay attention at the academy, stay focused on your studies. Don't waste time with fluff. Gian squirmed awkwardly. All right, got it, ma'am. Now off you go and catch some Z's. But inside he was thinking, guess I'll have to keep Hongi on the down low from her. Meanwhile, Hongi thought, Jian's little sis is just the cutest. She really cares about her big bro. Later, El-Jai whipped up some food for Jian. Looking at the meal, Jian's nerves kicked in. Why does this food look like it's plotting something? Is Linji mad at me and serving revenge on a plate? El-Jai asked, What's up, brother? Why the long face? Check it out. Goldie finished his meal in record time. Gian stole a glance at Weasel, who looked like he'd just survived a food disaster. Gian was like, Why does Weasel look like he's on the brink of a food coma, but I can't say no? El-Jai said, God help me, get this down. But after the first bite, Jian's eyes went wide. Hold up, this is actually awesome. El-Jai clapped in delight. See, I told you tasty, right? Gian nodded vigorously. Oh yeah, it's like diving into a pool of pure energy. Meanwhile, Weasel was internally trembling. These siblings are a menace. Only her brother could munch on a Demon King's cooking. How am I gonna survive with these creatures around? Later, as he strolled outside, Gian thought, the academy's given us 2 days off. I need to make some cash fast. With Hongi, Lin Shi, and Weasel dining here, my stash is running on empty. If I hit up my sister, I might score some cash. But can I lean on her for that? A man's got to put food on the table, and he should do whatever it takes. Just then, Fatty Gun waddled up and asked, What's up, Jen? Why the waterworks? Gian replied, Brother Fatty Gun, you know this world is brutal. No dough, no chance. I thought maybe I could hustle a bit in these 2 days. Fatty Gun beamed, I'm also out to make some cash. Want to join forces? Gian responded eagerly, Yes, I've been waiting for this. Fatty Gun pressed, But, hang on, aren't you from the Lyn family? How come your pockets are empty? Gian laughed, Let's just say I'm self-sufficient. So where are we headed? Fatty Gun said. We're hitting up the mission hall. Before long, they reached the mission hall. Fatty Gun explained, Here they call the quest club the Bounty Alliance. You'll find missions ranked from F to something gnarly. We're hitting up the mission hall. Before long, they reached the mission hall. Fatty Gun explained, Here they call the quest club the Bounty Alliance. You'll find missions ranked from F to something gnarly. Check out that board over there. It's got missions listed from rescuing lost kitties to chasing down scary monsters. Folks choose their missions based on how tough they think they are. You know, a ton of our academy students work here part-time to rake in some extra dough. Gian excitedly pointed to the board and exclaimed, Holy moly, this mission's reward is out of this world. We've got to take down a Demon King, and they're offering 50 million spirit points. Fatty Gun shouted, Dude, are you nuts? That's a Demon King mission. Even if we got smacked around 36 times, we still wouldn't stand a chance against that. Gian confidently retorted, Come on, if we finish all the missions on that board, we'll be billionaires by sundown. Adventurers nearby overheard and mumbled, He must be the new kid on the block. If one person could really knock out that many missions, why are so many mercs struggling around here? Even with tons of mercs, the mission list keeps growing longer. Tackling them all solo? No way. But John was daydreaming, if I hit billionaire status, life would be a smooth ride. I wouldn't have to stress about a single thing. Fatty Gun chimed in, Hey Gian, come on, let me introduce you to my crew. They're all ultra powerful and a bit quirky. I can show you the ropes, but whether they're cool with you is another story. So, don't mess it up. Gian replied, You already know I'm the model of perfect behavior. Fatty explained, This is our mercenary gang, Soin Blade. Gian looked around and said, Wow. You guys have quite a following. Fatty chuckled. Not all of us, though. Just one member steals the show with fans. He walked up to his boss and introduced, Boss, meet my classmate, Lyn Jian. He nailed first place in this year's exam and wants to roll with us at Soin Blade. The boss responded, Oh, we have a new recruit wanting to join. Jian beamed. It's a privilege to be here with all of you. The boss extended his hand. I'm Mama, the captain of Soin Blade. Gian shook his hand, saying, I've heard loads about you, Captain. Awesome to finally meet. the captain replied. Right back at ya. Spotting his talent, Captain Mana smiled. Meanwhile, Gian was thinking, is this guy's hand made of stone or something? How is he so tough? Fatty added, Lyn Jian has an insane physique, and just a few days ago he unlocked a new fire ability. That's why I brought him over. Mana said, in that case, let's see what he's made of. Gian looked at the shiny orb and thought, that looks just like an awakening stone. Will it show my power level too? Mana nodded. You got it. Gian placed his hand on it, mulling, I've improved a ton. Let's see how far I've leveled up from SSS rank. The orb lit up, revealing Gian's current rank of C+. Fatty exclaimed, you came to the academy as a SSS, you're already at C++. Now that's some serious growth. The captain mused, a C+ kid already. He's got some mad skills. You're like a SSS rank kid, and now you're jumping to C+. What a growth spurt. The captain mused to himself, a C+ kid already. He's got some serious talent. This kid is on a crazy path to success. Captain Mana proclaimed, you're a perfect fit for our crew. Gian gave a slight bow. Thanks. Don't worry, once I'm in, your team will be even more unstoppable. Inside, Gian thought, thanks to Fatty's intro, I landed a spot as a mercenary like a breeze. But the vice captain interrupted, talking big is easy, but backing it up, that's a whole different ballgame. Suddenly, all the girls nearby squealed, Moochin, you're so cute. Much frowned, you guys really need to think before you speak. One day your words will cost you big time. Just remember, being a merc isn't a walk in the park. Gian thought, what's with this guy? Talks too much nonsense. Still, he's kind of familiar. He's handsome, sure, but not as cute as me. Plus, he's at a lower level. Mana said, now that we're all in the same squad, let's treat each other like pals. Everyone introduce yourselves to Gian? The first girl chimed in, I'm Coco. I give everyone Choco. Well, actually, I'm the team's healer. The next person said, I'm Yuzo, but folks call me Sharpshooter. Much rolling his eyes, thought, that kid totally ignored me. Captain Mana then said, meet our Vice Captain Moon. You've probably heard of Mookie and the Academy's legend. He's her brother. Shocked Gian blurted, wait, he's Mookie's brother. That explains why he's been such a big jerk. Much said, didn't expect to run into you like this. Gian retorted, neither did I. But relax, brother-in-law, I'll treat your sister right. Furious, Moon snapped. Who are you calling brother-in-law? If you even look at my sister, I'll knock your teeth in. And if you want to join this team, you'll have to get through me first, because I don't let just anyone in. If Moon's on this team, there's no room for trash. Gian smirked. Oh, so this guy wants to throw down with me. Fatty quickly warned. Gian, back off. Mookin is a B-rank awakener. Don't underestimate him. At that moment, a system voice chimed in Gian's mind. Host, you have 3 choices. First, apologize and end this peacefully. Reward +5 agility points. Second, pick the path of vengeance. Reward +5 strength points. Third, do nothing. Reward +5 spirit points. Gian pondered. I've got plenty of strength and spirit points are kinda useless to me right now. My spirit energy is overflowing. What I really need is agility. So the first option sounds best. Much sneered. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue. Are you scared? Gian suddenly bowed and said, Brother Muin, my bad. Someone once threw down a challenge with me. So the first option is where it's at. Much snickered. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue feeling scared. Gian suddenly bowed and said, Brother Muin, forgive me. Someone once dared to challenge me. And that's why I spilled my guts in front of your sister. But honestly, I feel like I'm a gift from the heavens as Khan. Mushin puffed up with pride, thinking, my presence must be staggering. This kid's already sweating bullets. But Gian just kept rolling with it. Vice Captain, won't you cut me some slack for my blunder? Much pondered. Maybe I was a tad too harsh. This kid really is innocent. So he finally said, okay, I forgive you. The system chimed in. Host has gained 5 agility points. Then Gian smirked. Did you really think I was saying that out of fear? Out of nowhere, he socked Mu Chen and declared, sure, she's your sister, but she's gonna be my wifey. Brother-in-law, trust me, the further you stay out of this, the better it will be for your well-being. Captain Mona was left speechless. What? What did he just say? Gian was going on. Honestly, I'm feeling way too powerful. Much countered. You little rascal, you sucker punched me. Meanwhile, I've taken captain's hits before, but this one hit like a freight train. Is this dude really just at that level? Gian chimed in. Our duel had already kicked off. I tried to throw you off, and you totally fell for it. If you want to level up in life, here's my pro tip when you fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. If your mind wanders, you're bound to get smacked. Much shot back. The fight hasn't even begun yet. Now the real fun starts. But Captain Mana interrupted. The fight is already a wrap. We've got missions to tackle. No dilly-dallying all day over this. Then Gian, casually strolling towards the girls, said, "By the way, I'm Lyn Jian. What's so special about Muin? I'm hotter and way more talented. If you become my fans, I'll spoil you with special perks." Much was thinking, I totally dropped the ball during this fight. That guy pulled a fast one on me this time, but next time it'll be a fair fight. Coco piped up. Gian is super adorable. Fatty said he's a bit awkward around his seniors, but has a heart of gold. Captain Mana replied, "So what are we waiting for? Let's roll." As Gian teased Mu Chen, "Well, now we're family brother-in-law. Take good care of yourself." Much thought. I wrote him off just because he's only C rank, but next time it'll be a level playing field. Later, John's squad pulled up outside the mansion for their mission. Captain Mana explained, "A couple of days ago, a group of 7 explorers wandered into this mansion. Their mission was a simple recon to find out why such a stunning place was abandoned. They marched in all hopeful, but all they stumbled upon was darkness letdowns and a labyrinth. The entrance was easy to find, but they couldn't locate the exit. That's why they haven't made it back yet. Our job is to rescue all the missing folks and bring them home." Gian mused, "Sounds like a B-list horror flick." Captain Mana continued, "An inspection team checked this place out before. They reported no particularly tough ghosts, just E-rank ones. Our mission is to take them down and save the missing persons. Once we locate them, our job's done, Muin. Pass out communicators to everyone." Gian thought, E-rank ghosts, I could take them down in a single punch. Gian said aloud, "Thanks for the communicator." Much replied, "Just keep yourself safe inside." Then the captain and the team ventured into the mansion. Captain Mana started giving orders. "Gian, you're on cold storage duty. Fatty, clear the upper floors. Coco and I are hitting the restaurant. Moochin, you're on standby right here. If anyone calls for help, you go running. Otherwise, you just chill here." As Gian strolled through the corridor, he thought, "It's all sunny outside, but in this corridor, it feels like an icebox. I've been to my share of ghost-happy spots, and trust me, this place has got a good amount of phantoms. They might not be Ghost King material, but they'll pack a punch." Hongi chimed in, "Your observation game has leveled up. You nailed it. They aren't Ghost Kings, but there are plenty of C and D rank ghosts lurking. They duped the inspection squad. The truth is, there are plenty of C and D class ghosts, so keep your wits about you." As Gian went deeper, the corridor turned pitch dark. Gian thought, "Something feels off here." Suddenly, 2 spooks materialized right behind him. He felt it. "Something's creeping up behind me." One of the ghosts came closer and asked, "Hey, handsome, are you all alone?" Gian smirked, "Yep, totally alone." Hongi warned, "Gian, hold your horses for 2 seconds. I'll handle them in a flash." Gian said, No, Hongi, hang back. I'm a tough cookie. I can handle this." One of the ghosts inquired, "So which one of us do you fancy more?" Then the system chattered, "Host, you have 3 choices. Pick the one on the left for 5 charm points. If I've already got 2 diamonds, why would I settle for less? I wouldn't want either of you to leave my side." Hongi sighed, "You're digging your own grave. I won't let you stay here with me." The system then piped up, "You have earned 10 agility points as a reward." Gian quickly backtracked, "Everything I just said was a fib. You 2 aren't diamonds, you're just lumps of coal. I don't want either of you. Scram." He hoisted both ghosts and flung them away. Gian declared, "As long as I've got Hongi, I don't need anything else." Hani countered, "I totally misjudged you." "Fatty, you're on upper floors duty. Coco and I will hit the restaurant. Moochin, you keep watch here. If anybody shouts for help, rush to them. If not, just chill right here." As Gian strolled down the corridor, he thought, "Outside is sunny and bright, but this corridor feels like ice. I've been to more ghost-infested spots than I'd like to admit, and trust me, this place is crawling with spirits." "They may not be Ghost King material, but they're still tough cookies," Hongi remarked. "You've sharpened your observation skills. You're spot on. They aren't Ghost King level. But there are plenty of C and D rank ghosts hanging around here, which are real headaches to deal with," Gian said. "But the inspection team claimed there were only E-rank ghosts here." He explained, "These ghosts are experts at playing hide and seek. They totally bamboozled the inspection crew. The truth is, there are C and D class ghosts lurking around. That's why you've got to watch your back." As Gian ventured further, the corridor plunged into total darkness. He pondered, "Something feels off." Suddenly, 2 ghosts popped up behind him. He sensed it. "I can feel something creeping up on me." One of the ghosts sauntered over and said, "Hey there, handsome boy. Are you all alone?" Gian replied, "Indeed, I'm all by my lonesome." Hongi warned, "Gian, hold tight for 2 seconds. I'll handle this right away." Gian interjected, "No way, Hongi, don't jump in. I can tough this out." One of the ghosts asked, "So which one of us catches your fancy?" Then the system voice chimed in, "Host, you've got 3 choices. Pick the one on the left and you'll snag 5 charm points. Choose the one on the right and you'll score 5 strength points. Dare to choose both. You'll land 10 agility points." Gian snatched both and grinned. "If I have 2 diamonds in my hands, why would I settle for anything less? I don't want either of you to slip away." Hongi, "You'll snag 5 charm points if you choose the left one. Go for the right and you'll grab 5 strength points. Choose both and bam 10 agility points." Gian snatched up both and proclaimed, "Why settle for 1 diamond when I can have 2? There's no way I'm letting either of you go." Annoyed, Hongi replied, "You're toast. I'm not letting you stay home." The system chimed in, "Oh, why on earth would I pick someone else? I can't bear the thought of either of you bailing on me." Frustrated, Hongi shot back, "You're in big trouble now. I'm not letting you sit around at home." Then the system chimed in, "Congratulations, you've obtained 10 agility points as a reward." Gian instantly retorted, "Forget what I just said. You two aren't diamonds, just rough rocks. I don't want either of you around." "Shoo!" He tossed both ghosts aside like yesterday's trash. Gian proclaimed, "As long as I've got Hongi, I need nothing else." Hani responded, "I've seriously misread you. Drop me right now." He tossed both ghosts aside. Gian said, "As long as I have Hongi, I don't need anything else." Hani shot back, "I totally misjudged you. You're really good at acting." Gian couldn't help but think, if I had waited even 2 seconds before blurting that out, Hung would have already taken a bite out of me. The ghost straightened up and remarked, "You fibbed, just like every other sleazy dude in the book. You're just a terrible human." Gian grumbled, but I unleashed my full onslaught. "How come they're still standing?" The ghosts yelled, "You're lying, and liars should only get 1 sentence. Death? Zombies march forward and make him one of your own." Gian was baffled. What kind of crazy talent is this? A ghost just summoned a full-on zombie army, Hongi said. "Your pals are close by. Let's meet up with them. You can't take them on solo." The ghost commanded, "Zombies go after them. They can't escape." Hongi elaborated, "Those zombies are actually the folks who got lost thanks to those 2 sisters and ended up paying the ultimate price." Gian inquired, "But weren't only 7 people missing? There's way more than 7 zombies here." Meanwhile, in the dining area, the whole team had assembled. Captain Mana questioned, "Mukin, find anything interesting?" Much replied, "Nope, not a single thing over here." The sharpshooter remarked, "This place is freezing. That's proof that ghosts are about, but they're experts at playing hide and seek." Captain Mana agreed, "True that. Yet somehow, after combing the whole place, we came up empty-handed." "The only one still MIA is Lyn Jian," Fatty exclaimed. "What, he's still not back? I figured he'd have strolled in by now." Coco chimed in, "Did anyone hear that weird noise? It sounds like someone's running at us." At that moment, Gian burst in shouting, "Finally I made it!" Captain Mana asked, "What's lurking behind you?" Gian replied, 2 ghost sisters and their zombie brigade. You asked us to track down the missing folks. Well, I brought all of them." The whole team gasped. An entire ghost army. How on earth are we supposed to tackle that? Suddenly, one of the ghosts attacked with some vile poison breath, singeing everyone's clothes. Gian yelled, "Ghost, that was such a low blow." Fatty wailed, "Oh no, my dignity is shot. How am I going to strut around in these charred rags?" Captain Mona interjected, "Now's not the time to grumble. Everyone unleash your full force on those monsters." Chaos erupted as they began battling. Captain Money hollered, "Taloni, show them what you've got. Bring the heat." They targeted one of the ghosts, but the other ghost screamed, "You gotta get through me first before you even think about my sister." Fatty grabbed her, keeping her occupied. Coco said, "Sorry, but I can't pitch in this time." Gian thought, "The help you've given so far is plenty." Then Hani piped up, "Go, Gian, help your teammates." She somehow took control of Gian's body, making him hand over his clothes to Coco. Gian thought, "Wait, Hongi can control me. How did I miss that?" Coco pondered. He might babble nonsense, but deep down, he's got a heart. After half an hour of scrap, they finally nabbed both ghosts. Fatty commented, "They weren't even that strong, but their ability to summon caused us a world of trouble." Captain Mana proclaimed, "Mission accomplished, folks. We need to report that the intel we got was all wrong." Fatty quipped. Since we're at it, why not trade digits? Jot this down, 97821. And after that, dum to dum dum dum. The ghost sisters jeered at him. You chubby fool. Are you out of your mind? What kind of number even is that? Gian thought, now everything makes sense. Fatty has zero luck with ladies. With a line like that, who would ever fall for anything he says? If he wanted a solid pickup, he should have come to me. Seriously, what was that? Coco said, Jin, thanks for lending me your threads. I'll wash them and bring them back later. She then kissed him and added, thanks for all the help today. Honey mused, what on earth just happened? This is the exact opposite of what I expected. Fatty teased. Buddy, you really revealed your true self today. When it came to saving your pal's dignity, you held back your clothes, but when it comes to the ladies, you just give them away, John remarked. By the way, Fatty, everyone else pulled out their backup abilities, but I didn't see you unleash your real skills even once. Fatty responded, I'm from the summoning department, and this place isn't the best for summoning, but when the time comes, you'll witness my powers. Muchin simmered with anger. This jerk hasn't even been on the team a day, and he's already more popular than me. Captain Mana then said, listen up everyone, I've got some news. The info from the second department was off base. Because of that, the mission difficulty has just ramped up, and with higher difficulty comes double the rewards. Each of you is getting 30,000 spirit points for this mission. Lynn couldn't contain his excitement. What? 30,000? That means my broke days are over, Fatty commented. You're thrilled over such a measly sum. That's a drop in the bucket. You could rake in way more in a month. Gian said, if that's all you've got, then why are you treating me to a party today? Captain Mana added, the officials from the right department are on their way to check this out. We need to take these ghost sisters with us. We can't leave until they arrive. An hour later, the experts from the psychic department showed up. The psychic department officers stated, Sogan Blade Team, you all did a remarkable job. Your intel was dead on. These are D-rank ghosts, but due to their summoning skills, they're rated C-rank. Capturing them is truly a major accomplishment, Gian thought. What? Those horrendous ghosts were just D-rank. I remember during our Academy's second test, we faced an AB rank ghost. Looks like the Academy was just holding back their true strength back then, which is why I was able to tackle it head on. If I can't even take down D-rank ghosts right now, there's no way I could have handled those AB rank ghosts back then. Just wild to think about. Seriously though, if someone is pulling the strings on such a strong B-ranked ghost, that person must be a real powerhouse. Then the department officers chime in, Sister Hua, we've captured the ghosts. Gian thought, wait, are they talking to my sister? He glanced at Lyn Hua and asked, is that you really here? Lyn Hua replied, Gian, is that you? Captain Mana interjected, why on earth didn't you mention that Jian's sister works in the psychic department? Fatty shot back, if I had a clue, I would have told you already. Lyn Hua turned to Gian and asked, why didn't you mention you were working as a mercenary? Gian defended himself, I just started today. I'm doing this to give Lin Shi a better life. Lyn Hua responded, well, if you've figured out your responsibilities, that's fantastic. But then Lynn piped up, Sister, I recently discovered just how cool Dad is. I want to be strong like him too. Can you tell me how I can join the psychic division? I want to protect the city just like you do. Lyn Hua replied, if you want to be part of the Pisket division, you've got to beef up your skills impressively. You're way off from that level. Joining the Hero Academy doesn't automatically get you into the Pisik division. Think of it this way, if the Pisik division is level 50, then the Hero Academy is just starting out at level 1. Sure, hard work is essential, but even that won't make joining the division a cinch. Gian was left in thought. So in Sis's eyes, the Hero Academy is just a joke. And honestly, it kinda is. Everyone knows I used to be, well, pretty useless. For someone like me to say I want to join the strongest division, that sounds like a stand-up comedy bit. Lyn Hua continued, if you're keen on joining the division, you've got one fantastic opportunity ahead. Our division and the Hero Academy are hosting a joint trial. If you somehow score first in that trial, it would significantly boost your chances of joining the division. And once I believe my brother is strong enough to absorb all that knowledge, I'll fill you in about Dad. But until then, here's a little gift from me. Gian thought, wow, my sister really is thoughtful. I hope she doesn't overwork herself. Lin Shi and I will manage, Lyn Hua reflected. I half expected him to whine about needing cash like he usually does, but this time, no complaints. Instead, he quietly jumped into mercenary work to make some dough. He's actually starting to take responsibility, and now he's saying he wants to be strong like Dad and me. My brother has really turned a corner, and that puts a big old smile on my face. Fatty chimed in, Gian, we can head out now. By the way, buddy, why didn't you give us a heads up about your fancy family before joining our crew? You claim to be super desperate for money. Gian replied, no, it's not like that. I'm going to take care of my own responsibilities. Just because my family has some dough and pull doesn't mean I don't have to do my bit. Muchin couldn't help but think this dude has look skills and a killer background. What if he tries to use that to reel in my lovely sister? No way, I've got to keep him away from Mukian. Later, Lyn Jian bounced into the house. Lai said excitedly, check it out, brother, I transformed this dog into a princess. John couldn't help but tease, she does indeed look like one cute little princess. Meanwhile, Weasel was fuming inside. I'm the legendary immortal Weasel. Who do these siblings think they are poking fun at me like that? Gian then added, by the way, I met Sis today, and she gifted me something. Uljai asked, did she forget about little old me? Gian assured her, even if she didn't give you anything, chill out. I'll get you a present tomorrow. Then Lingy urged, open it, what's inside? As Gian cracked it open, a golden soul, Jade, emerged. He thought to himself, whoa, I never thought my sister would give me something so fancy. No matter how tough she pretends to be, deep down, she really cares about me. Then the system announced, host, do you wish to absorb this jade of greatness? Gian quipped, why are you even asking, of course, and began the absorption process. Lingy mused, my brother can directly absorb a soul jade. That's something only the mightiest of the mighty can pull off. Weasel pondered, gifting a soul jade. This isn't something just anyone could do. Seems like Gian's sister is one serious hunter herself. Linji thought, watching my brother get stronger fills me with joy. No more suffering through those pointless insults. Meanwhile, the system buzzed. Thanks to absorbing the soul jade, your core abilities have taken a leap. Congratulations! You've also unlocked a new ability, Absolute Defense. Gian thought to himself. Although I couldn't crack open the Stormbreaker ability, my entire body is now cloaked in a protective shield. So now I've got Epic Defense. With this killer skill in my S-rank body, I could wipe the floor with D-rank ghosts. Observing all this, Hongyi reflected, this kid is something else. I've seen Gian's growth with my own 2 eyes, and I'm confident he's on the verge of becoming the most powerful player in this whole world. The scene then swung over to the academy. Teacher Tang Lin said, that wraps it up for today's class. You're free to head off and practice on your own. Gian piped up, teacher, I wanted to chat about the trial. Teacher Tang Lin replied, you're already in the know about the trials. The official announcement hasn't been made yet, but no worries. Even if you hadn't brought it up, I was going to sign you up for the competition anyway. You're already aware of the upcoming trials. The official announcement is still under wraps, but no worries. Even if you hadn't brought it up, I was planning on signing you up for the competition. Just practice hard. If you ace the trials, I'll hook you up with some sweet perks. Fatty and Hofan perked up. Bro, what trials are you talking about? Spill the beans. We want those perks too. Cutie let out a sigh. Boys, seriously, all they care about are those perks. Just then, Mukian and Maria strutted into the classroom. Maria, not holding back, yelled, Lyn Jian, where are you? Get your butt outside. Gian thought to himself, great, it's Mukian and that girl. I caught a glimpse of her while she was, refreshing herself. Are they here to settle a score? Honestly, it's my first time really looking at Mukian, and I can't deny she is the reigning queen of looks on campus. With a completely straight face, Gian replied, I'm not Gian. That hefty dude over there is Gian. Maria lunged right at him, snapping, do you think you're the only one who saw us that day? We know exactly who you are, Gian. But as her attack landed, Gian stood there completely unscathed. Maria gasped. Would I put like 90% of my power into that hit? How did it not faze him? Gian smirked. Looks like Maria's got a crush on me. She's holding back her punches on purpose. Annoyed, Maria shot back. Cut the nonsense. I'm here to get my revenge. That's it. Cutie jumped in. How dare you attack someone from our class? Maria fired back. Cutie, why are you getting involved? Gian thought. Why the heck did Cutie jump in to defend me? Maria fumed. Doesn't matter what Gian did. Right now, he's part of Class 7. You can't just mess with a Class 7 student in Class 7. Maria shot back coldly. We'll see about that. Plus, you're all by yourself. What could you possibly do to me? The other students were on edge. Are these two girls seriously about to throw down? And just like that, a full-blown catfight erupted between Cutie and Maria. Mookie thought, We showed up for Gian, but now it looks like it's girl-on-girl combat. Fatty chimed in. Cutie and Maria have been bitter rivals since high school. They can't even be in the same room without exploding. That's why Maria taking a swing at Cutie's classmates is a huge no-no for Cutie. Gian chuckled. Oh, I get it now. In that case, Cutie, I'm on your side. Go ahead and make Maria eat some humble pie today. The fight between the two girls got so intense they ended up outside. Suddenly, a mysterious cloaked man appeared right in between them. The man declared, "What's all this bickering about? If you want to throw hands, then I'm your guy." Gian asked, "Who's this bozo?" Hongi warned, "Gian, watch out. He's radiating a nasty evil energy." Maria questioned, "Who the heck are you?" The man chuckled, "Who am I? I'm literally darkness incarnate. My mission is to obliterate everything in my way. People call me the Charmer of Darkness." Mukian gasped. Did he just say he hails from the dark world? So he's from the underworld. Gian wondered. The underworld? What kind of spooky place is that? Fatty thought anxiously. This dude is off the charts powerful. I need to call the teacher before he takes a swing at us. The Charmer sneered at Mukian. What a stunning beauty. You must be the prized daughter of the Mu family. Maria was stunned. I didn't even see him blink. Before anyone could catch their breath, the Charmer grabbed Muki and boasted, "I've come to whisk you away. With the Mu family bloodline, I'll boost my power to the max." Maria went all out, shouting, "How dare you lay a finger on my friend? To take her, you'll need to go through me first, over my dead body." The Charmer cackled. "Wow, your attacks actually have a bit of oomph. Impressive. Not only are you a knockout, but you've got some fight in you. You're the perfect candidate to be my maid." Furious, Maria shot back, "Just watch as this maid sends you packing." Gian stepped in quickly. "Hold up, I've got a question first. What on earth is the underworld, and what's with this Charmer of Darkness character?" The Charmer had a smug grin. You really don't know about the underworld." Cutie jumped in. "The underworld is a realm filled with countless ghosts and monsters. But get this, these aren't your run-of-the-mill creatures. They're all pure evil. You've got despicable humans there too, those who couldn't awaken their soul powers and sold their souls for the sake of strength. Their only goal is to create havoc in our world. To sum it up, the underworld has zero connection with anything good. Every nasty ghost human and monster you can think of is hanging out down there." Gian snickered. "Looks like this guy is not just weak, but fully pathetic. Just look at that face. He had to come here covered up." The Charmer chuckled darkly and retorted, "Hide my face. I'm the bravest soul in the underworld. Everyone knows my name down there. Anyone who underestimated me, I made sure their lives were filled with darkness. And today, I'll send all of you kiddos to join them in the dark." As he said this, an ominous pitch-black barrier suddenly enveloped the area. Panic spread among everyone. What just happened to the sky? Why did it turn black out of nowhere? The Charmer proclaimed, "This is my power. I'm so formidable that if I even glance at the sun, I can turn day into night." Cutie shot a glare at Gian. "Seriously, can you ever keep your mouth shut? You always choose the worst moments to blabber." Gian raised his hands in defense. "What did I even do? I'm just a regular kid. How was I supposed to know he'd take my words so seriously?" The Charmer grinned. "Watching you all quaking in your boots is just delightful." Meanwhile, Gian secretly attempted to call for backup. "Hey, the Academy is under attack by a Charmer of Darkness. Send someone powerful ASAP," Maria asked nervously. "Wait, are our phones even working? Did yours connect?" Gian sighed. "Nope, my call didn't even go through." The Charmer cackled again. "If I can turn day into night, do you really think I wouldn't be able to cut off your signals?" Meanwhile, Gian was secretly dialing for help. "Hey, the Academy is getting attacked by a dark Charmer. Send over someone powerful right away," Maria quizzed anxiously. "Wait a sec, none of our phones are even working. Did yours connect?" Gian sighed. "Nah, my call didn't go through either." The Charmer cackled again. "If I can turn day into night, do you truly believe I can't cut off your signals? You have absolutely no clue how powerful I am, my friend. This barrier world, welcome to my backyard. Here it's only my agenda that counts," Gian said with a smirk. "If you're so powerful, why don't you just let us walk out of this barrier? I'm filming a video here, so if you can't spring us free, that just shows you're no real man. The entire planet is watching, so chop chop." Fuming, the Charmer growled, "Do you think I'm a complete idiot? You're acting like I'm some jester meant to entertain you." Gian chuckled to himself. "Buddy, you're already dancing to my puppetry. Keeping up this risky barrier, launching all those flashy attacks, man, you're going to be wiped out soon from all that energy drain. And that's when I'm going to reveal the true Lynn. Suddenly a voice echoed in his head. Host, you've got 3 choices. First, split and save yourself. Reward 5 agility points. Second, sell out your pals and become the charmer's right hand. Reward a special surprise. Third, team up with your academy buddies against the charmer. Reward 2 extra strength points. Gian grinned inside. Finally, my moment has arrived. That special reward is the real deal, which means for now, I gotta pretend to be the underworld's buddy. But wait, Maria nervously asked Mukian, are you okay? The charmer leaned in. Come with me. I'll whisk you away on a little adventure. But Cutie stepped in front of him. While I'm standing here, you're not touching anyone from this academy. Sure, we might have our squabbles, but we're all academy students at the end of the day. The charmer smirked. Another lovely lady in the mix. Looks like I'm going to have a blast plucking a few from this academy. Just then, Gian sneaked up behind him. You really are something else. Cutie and Maria gasped. Gian, what are you up to? Gian gave a slight bow. Brother, forgive my previous blindness to your brilliance. In every tale, there's a true hero, and looking at you, I see, you're it. And the charmer raised an eyebrow. So you see me as a hero? Gian shook his head. Nah, you're the villain, the ultimate bad guy from the underworld, a true tyrant aiming to take over the world and under such a mighty villain. I'm dying to serve. I want to be just like you, an unstoppable villain. Maria mumbled, this shameless kid, he flipped sides in just 2 ticks. The charmer laughed heartily. Kid, I like your style. Many know my name, but you're the only one who gets me. All right then, you're my new apprentice. From now on, I'm the big cheese of the underworld, and you're my little lord. Your first mission, grab him for me. Gian bowed, as you wish, great lord. The system chimed again. Mission accomplished. Reward 1-star pill. Gian smirked, as your little lord. May I suggest a little something? The charmer replied, go ahead, ask away. I'll fulfill your request. Suddenly, Gian swung his fist hard at his face. Then I want your pathetic life. Everyone stood frozen. What just went down? Gian scoffed. Did he really think I'd play his lackey? He may fancy himself a villain, but he's got no clue who he's messing with. I'm not the type to follow. Wherever I stand, that's where the line starts. Maria gasped in disbelief. So, he was just playing along this whole time. If he can act like this, why is he even at the Hero Academy? He could be a star. Gian proclaimed with pride, listen up, folks. I'm not scared. My name is Lyn Jian, and I'm going to be humanity's greatest hero, a true beacon of hope. So no one has to live in fear ever again. Cutie's heart melted as she thought, this guy is something special. But the charmer stepped closer, rage blazing in his eyes. You've picked the wrong road, kid. And on this road, death is your only destination. Just as he unleashed his attack, Hungi jumped in front of Gian, absorbing the blow. Gian said gratefully, thanks a ton. If you hadn't jumped in, I could have been seriously hurt back there. The charmer growled, how dare you live after my attack? I'll deliver a death experience worse than you can imagine. And with that, he hurled his most powerful strike straight at Gian. But out of nowhere, a dazzling shield surrounded Gian. His eyes widened. This isn't my doing. Then whose power is this? Even the charmer was taken aback. Who in the world could deflect my fierce attack? Breaking through the charmer's charge, Gian jeered. You came here to bully kids, didn't you? Well, why not take on their teachers instead? Let's see if they don't leave you in your skivvies. The charmer roared back, I am the strongest. I am a force that cannot be erased. Just then, Fatty shouted, the teachers are here. Gian smirked. Now this is going to get interesting. I thought Fatty would flee like a wimp, but turns out he went to fetch the teachers. Teacher Tang Lin strode forward, her eyes aflame. You pest, you really believed no one could take you down. After messing with kids, you think you're on top. Let's see how you handle me. The charmer reeled in shock. How did you break my barrier? It was meant to be unyielding. Tang Lin snorted. That puny barrier, I could crush it back in 4th grade. And you dare to call it indestructible furious? The charmer roared. Fine. Let's see if you can withstand my ultimate death blow. His massive serpent lunged forward, swallowing Tang Lin whole. The students cried out in horror. Did he just eat Teacher Tang Lin? The charmer chuckled. How does it taste to be nothing more than my dinner? This is the true power of the dark underworld. But then, out of nowhere, the entire serpent went boom. Gian blinked. Hold up, did the teacher just blow up that snake? Tang Lin strutted out, completely fine, dusting off her sleeve like it was just another day at the office. My bad. I was just trying to get your snake to open its mouth, but I might have accidentally cranked it up too high. And kaboom! The charmer stood there, slack-jawed. How? How did my super-duper technique not even touch you? Tang Lin grinned, because our power levels are like comparing a toddler to a superhero. Vermilion, step up. Time to show them what a real summoning beast can do. Suddenly, a huge, fiery red creature appeared. With just one epic hit, it wiped the floor with the charmer. Tang Lin chuckled. What happened? Weren't you bragging a second ago? Now you're down for the count. Jian, eyes wide in amazement, said, Teacher, your beast looks almost human. Vermilion then decked him one. Gian flinched, and it's got the same bad attitude as you. Fatty cackled. That's Vermilion, one of the toughest fire beasts around. If it punches you in the face without setting you on fire, it means it actually likes you. Just remember, Vermilion is ancient. That's why Teacher Tang Lin is one of the strongest people out there. Tang Lin turned back to the charmer. So what'll it be? Should I end you or just let you live? The charmer spat defiantly. Go ahead, do it, but you'll get nothing from me. Tang Lin smirked at Gian. Disciple, let's show him what we do best. And with that, she and Gian began mercilessly pummeling the charmer. The students gasped in shock. These two are true terrors who would go this hard on an enemy. The charmer wailed, tears streaming down his face. You're monsters, stop. I'll tell you everything. But just before he spilled the beans, a shadowy hand shot out and pierced his chest, ending him on the spot. A new figure emerged from the darkness. Our secrets must never get out. Gian froze. Who is this now? Their vibe is even scarier than the charmer's. Tang Lin's face turned serious. Oh, great, one of the big bads from the underworld is here. It's Suri the she-devil. But what's she doing here? Suri smirked icily. Chill out. I'm not here to kill you. Yet. I just came for what rightfully belongs to us. And in a blink, she snatched Gian up. Cutie and Maria gasped in horror. How could she move that quickly? Gian cried out, You've got the wrong guy. I'm just a harmless kid. You came from Mukian, right? So why take me? Tang Lin and the others rushed to the rescue, but Gian yelled, Help me. Why does everyone move like they're stuck in molasses? Hurry, or she'll make me disappear. And just like that, she was gone. Tang Lin clenched her fists. Suri has taken Gian. The scene shifted to a lonely mountain. Gian screamed at the top of his lungs. Somebody save me! This devil's gonna trash my reputation! Suri swiftly cut him off. Shut it! No one's saving you here. Gian gritted his teeth. You think I'm weak. Even if no one comes, I'll save myself. Take this Inferno Fist. But to his horror, nothing happened. What's the deal with my powers? Why can't I use them? Suri grinned. Because I've cut off your link to the spiritual realm. Jian's eyes widened in dread. What's your plan? You were after Mukian, right? Why snatch me up? Suri answered, Yeah, Mukian was the target. But then I saw you and realized you're a powerhouse. Everybody knows that divine abilities are top tier, so we're choosing you for our experiments. Gian thought in shock. How does she know about my power? Nobody knows I have a SSS rank. Everyone thinks I'm just average. So how did this demon figure it out? Meanwhile, Hungi murmured from the distance. That girl Suri is super dangerous for sealing off this spiritual realm. I can't help Gian right now. Jian's fists were clenched. No one knows I have a SSS rank ability. But this demon does. How Suri held up a red shard. Don't worry, you won't have to do much. Just swallow this blood crystal, and I promise nothing bad will happen. And I might even throw in a little treat. The system chimed in. Host, you've got 3 choices. First, refuse to eat the crystal. If a demon's offering it, you know it's no good. Selecting this gives you an extra 15 strength points. Second, obey like a good little kid and follow the elder's commands, which will net you 5 energy points. Third, kill time waiting for a rescue. Choosing this gets you 10 agility points. Gian pondered for a sec. The first option screams best. He shot back boldly. If you force me, I'll jump off this cliff and save you the trouble of experimenting on my corpse. The system responded. Choice logged. For refusing, you score 15 strength points. Suri tilted her head, intrigued. You're quite the oddball kid. If you won't listen, I'll just break your arms and legs before making you eat it. Either way, you're eating it. Gian shrugged. Why go through the hassle? Just feed it to me right now. Suri laughed. Since you've agreed, I'll throw you a bone. Then, much to Jian's shock, she kissed him and popped the blood crystal into his mouth. From a distance, Hani was trembling with rage. I can watch Gian get killed, but I can't stand to see another woman all up in his space. This demon is utterly vile. Gian frowned, perplexed. What on earth is this blood crystal? Why don't I feel anything after swallowing it? Right then, Teacher Tang Lin crashed onto the scene. Suri giggled. Well, since everyone's here, I'm out of here. Don't forget me. Moments later, Fatty came rushing over. My dude, let me check you. Who knows what that demon did to you? Gian pushed him away. Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine, a teacher with yellow hair questioned. Moments later, Fatty zoomed in. Hold up, let me check on you. Who knows what that demon did to you? Gian pushed him aside. Nothing to worry about, I'm all good. A teacher with bright yellow hair chimed in. Director, should we go after Suri Tang? Lynn shook her head. Nah, that's a waste of breath. Let's beef up the protective shield around our academy. That demon is not getting anywhere near us again. And, Gian, you should catch some Z's. You've already done a bang-up job saving the day today. Gian puffed up with pride. Hey, I just did what any dashing hero would do. It was a piece of cake for a handsome guy like me to handle a lady ghost. Later that evening, Gian sauntered into his house. Lingy, guess what? I brought you some grub. Lingy's face lit up like a Christmas tree. Thanks a million, bro. Weasel grinned, saying, Master, you really are a softie. But suddenly, his eyes bulged. Hold up, did I just call Gian Master? Oh no, I'm transforming into a lapdog, Lingy asked. Aren't you going to dig in? Gian sighed. I'm wiped out. I need to hit the hay. As soon as he crashed into his room, Gian dropped to his knees. When I chowed down on that blood crystal, I felt nothing. But now my whole body's on fire. That woman definitely had a bad agenda. But I'm at a loss here. I feel like a wet noodle. I can't even fire up my system to heal myself with pills. Suddenly, Hung's voice boomed. Gian, are you holding up? Your inner energy is acting up like a wild animal. It's about to burst out of you. That crystal she shoved down your throat is cranking your potential to 11, but your body is like, nope, too much. If you want to stick around, you're going to have to share your power. Gian frowned. What's that supposed to mean? Hongi smirked ever so slightly. You're sharp enough to figure it out. No brains needed for this one. That's when a spicy vibe crackled between Gian and Hongi. The next morning, Gian woke up feeling like $1,000,000. I'm feeling so much better. After sharing energy with Hongi, all that pain has vanished. Technically, Hongi's a ghost, so what I went through last night wasn't physical. It was all in the spirit realm. But hey, if I beef up, I'll find a way to turn Hongi human again. She deserves a happily ever after, not this mess. A girl like her deserves a hero's tale, not a wretched life. Just then, Yi popped in. Bro, you're up. I whipped up some soup for you. Gian took a sip and smiled. It's fantastic. Weasel wrinkled his nose. This soup is ghastly. How does he call this good living with these demon siblings is downright weird, Lingy asked curiously. By the way, did someone crash in your room last night? Sounded like a wrestling match was happening. Gian waved it off. Nah, I was just doing my martial arts thing. LJI tilted her head. Were you practicing solo or with someone? Gian grinned sheepishly. We live under the same roof. If anyone else was there, don't you think you'd have heard? And if I'm fibbing, may lightning strike this rascal and turn him into a pup. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm running late. Lingy mumbled under her breath. Why do I have this feeling he's full of it? Weasel thought grimly. Gian, your fibs will come back to bite you. I can't wait to see how your demon sis reacts then. Later at the academy, Fatty Gun burst into laughter. What's this? Gian actually made it to school on time. You know, the whole academy is buzzing about you yesterday. Some crazy energy spilled out of your room, and I swear I saw a lady ghost in there. You can't tell me you had a date with a female ghost, Gian snapped. What kind of nonsense are you spewing, Fatty? You know I'm just an innocent little angel. But inside, Gian was sweating bullets. Wait, Fatty lives next door. Did he hear everything that happened last night? Fatty leaned in closer. I'm telling you, the whole school is spreading this wild rumor that you spent the night with a female ghost, and it's spreading like wildfire. Gian thought, there's a grain of truth to that rumor, but I've got to squash it, no matter what. Throwing his phone down, Gian fumed, Are you all nuts? I'm just a freshie. Do you seriously think I'd get up to something like that? My focus is solely on hitting the books. Cutie chimed in, Boys are such weird creatures. One minute they're thick as thieves, and the next they're at each other's throats. Just then, Tang Lin strode into the room and said, Everyone back to your seats. In half a month, the star trial is kicking off, and you five are going to participate as a team. Gian thought, Wow, teacher Tang Lin just made my life a whole lot easier. Tang Lin continued, The trials are super crucial for your future, so I'm about to crank up the intensity of your training. Here's your training schedule for the next 15 days. Gian glanced at the paper and thought, It says we'll be chained to the training grounds for the next 15 days, no going home, and we've got to do whatever teacher Tang Lin says. I thought her special training would come with perks, but it feels more like a one-way ticket to hell. Tang Lin announced, You know where the back mountain is. We're heading there right now, and the training is going to keep rolling for the next 15 days. Soon she had them all doing push-ups. The girls complained, "But we're girls, why are you making us cart around rocks?" For 15 days, they endured some grueling training, and finally the day of the star trial arrived. Gian urged everyone step on it. "If we don't hustle, we're going to miss the trial." Fatty griped, "If we walk any faster, we'll lose." Soon enough, she commanded them to start doing push-ups. The girls grumbled, "But we're girls, why are we lugging around rocks?" For 15 grueling days, everyone endured hardcore training, and finally, the day of the star trial had arrived. Gian shouted, "Everyone pick up the pace, or we'll be late for the trial." Fatty whined, "If we walk any faster, our legs might just fall off." After all that training, the day of the star trial finally came. Gian urged, "Can we pick up the pace? If we don't hurry, we'll totally miss the trial." Fatty groaned, "If we walk any faster, our legs are going to fall off." Other jittery students whispered, "Did those folks just get back from prison? They look like zombies." Crying Team 7 said, "We were only gone for 15 days, but the teacher's training made it feel like we spent 15 years in Hades." Tang Lin said, "Look at your faces, they're like thunderclouds. Cheer up, today's the day of the trials. If you don't nail it, you know that teacher's training made it feel like we've aged 15 years in hell." Tang Lin interjected, "Look at your mugs. They're as gloomy as can be. Get pumped, today's trial day. If you don't bring your A game, then the training you just went through for 15 days, I'll make you repeat it for the entire year." Cutie raised her hand. "Teacher, can I ask, is it true you're naming our team the Avengers and appointing Gian our captain?" Tang Lin quipped, "Yes, your squad is officially dubbed the Avengers. No need to explain why, it's just obvious." As for Gian, yep, he's your captain. He may act a little oddball, but let's face it, when chaos strikes, he's the first one to jump into the fray. No matter how goofy he tries to look deep down, he's a brave little toaster. He's a chip off the old block of his dad who, as you know, was a legendary captain. I don't need to elaborate on how legendary he was. The students nodded in agreement. The teacher speaks the truth. Whether it was during the second exam or facing off against charmers, Gian always braved the danger head first. Then the vice principal strutted up. "All right, let's unveil the teams and their fearless leaders. First up, we've got the Mad Warriors, captained by Kinfo." Kinfo puffed out his chest and declared, "You can aim for any spot you like except first place. That throne is strictly ours." Gian sighed under his breath. "Great, this guy's as full of himself as me." The principal proceeded. "Next on the list is the Justice Alliance, led by Rotisugi." Rotisugi boldly proclaimed, "Dream as big as you want, but reality check, only one team will reign supreme, and that's the Justice Alliance." Gian thought, "Here we go again with the bragging." Just as expected, the principal continued. "Up next, we have Team Kim Chang, captained by Mukian." Mukian chimed in, "We'll be working like a well-oiled machine." The fourth team is the Soan Blade, led by Mama. Gian was flabbergasted. "Hold up, Uncle Mama, he's still a student here. What's going on?" The fifth team is the Godless, captained by Lu Fong. Lu Fong said, "Our deity is none other than God Lyn Jian. Whatever he pulls off, we're right behind him. If he claims the top spot, we'll snag the second place." Gian reflected, "Isn't this the same Lu Fong I already wiped the floor with?" Finally, the principal wrapped it up. "And the last team today is the Avengers, captained by Lynn." Gian confidently boomed, "Our Avengers have accomplished wonders, and we'll keep the miracles coming this time too." The crowd buzzed. "The Avengers, isn't that the name of the ultimate dream team? Are they really worthy of flaunting that title? Sure, it was Lyn Jian's father's team, but that name isn't for just anyone to wear." Chia was taken aback. "Whoa, who would have thought Gian would get to be a captain? Everyone knows Team 7 is amazing. It's a big deal for him to lead them." Meanwhile, Rotisugi seethed. "Didn't I tell Grandpa to get rid of this punk? They ignored me, and look, now he's a captain. I have to make sure he doesn't catch the limelight no matter what." Rotisugi chimed in. "I agree. Lyn Jian's father was a legend. The world respects him like he's some sort of superhero, but you can't just slap that name on anyone. We won't let the Avengers title be a laughingstock." Others jumped in. "Yeah, the Avengers were phenomenal. Not just anyone gets to claim that name." Rotisugi's got a point. Rotisugi grinned and said, "See that Gian? I swayed everyone's opinion in a blink." Gian thought, "This guy really does love stirring the pot." Just then, the system chimed in. "Host, your name's going to become a punchline." Others chimed in, "Right, the Avengers were legendary. You can't just steal their name." Rotisugi is on to something. Rotisugi smirked and said, "All right, Gian. Second, spin the conversation in a completely different direction. Third, just roll over and change your team's name." Gian resolutely thought, even without a reward, I'll take option 1. Gian proclaimed, my dad used to lead the Avengers. When the city was under siege, everyone was shivering in their boots. Give Rodisugi a solid comeback and show everyone you're worthy of the Avengers name. Second, try changing the topic completely. Third, accept Rodisugi's words and just change your team's name. Gian confidently declared, even if I don't snag a prize, that's cool. I'm going for option 1. He reminisced, my dad was once the captain of the Avengers team. When our city was under siege, everyone was hiding like scared squirrels. But that day, Dad stood tall. He battled the beast and gave his life to shield everyone in the city. And don't think I'm just saying this to brag about my dad's awesomeness. What I'm getting at is there are tons of folks like my dad who operate in the shadows, quietly shielding this world. They crave no glory or freedom. All they wish for is to save humanity. Thanks to them, we can live our cozy lives today. We are the new wave of warriors. That's why I'm claiming the name of the Avengers. But I'm doing more than just claiming a name. I'm embracing the mission that comes with it. Many chase fame, power, or glory, but that's not what I'm about. I want to be the hero who shields others from the shadows. Even if the world never knows my name, that's cool with me. As long as people are safe because of me, that's all I need. I'm pretty sure nobody here understands the real essence of the Avengers more than I do. That's why I'm totally unshaken in carrying this name. Gian thought with pride, man, those lines were fire. I doubt anyone can oppose me now. Luong exclaimed, see, this is the mentality of my god Gian. He doesn't want a thing for himself. Everything he does is for the world, just like a true deity. Gian mumbled to himself, I thought the girls would be on my side. Why are the boys rallying behind me? This is my godly buddy Gian we're talking about. He doesn't want a thing for himself. Everything he does is for the greater good, just like a true deity. Gian whispered to himself, I figured the girls would have my back. But why are the boys rallying behind me instead? Luong chimed in, you all gave him a hard time, but seriously, think about it. This is the same dude who lit up SSS-Rank during the exam, and now If he's not deserving of that name, who among you is? Maria chimed in. Even though Lyn Jian can be a bit of a pain, sometimes he's got a good heart. Whenever danger pops up, he's always leading the charge. Mukien jumped in. Yeah, I support him being captain too. The chorus of voices grew. Absolutely. During the second exam, he put himself on the line to save everyone. Whenever danger knocks, he's the first to throw himself in front of a speeding train. Mukien added, you know what, I'm totally okay with him being captain. Others echoed in agreement. Right. In the second exam, he put himself on the line to keep everyone safe. Rodisugi huffed, how can everyone flip-flop like this? Some girls shouted, we're down for Lyn Jian too because he's super cute. Zhao Min felt a wave of regret wash over her. Why do I get the feeling I really messed up? I misjudged John and let go of something super valuable. John beamed and said, thanks a ton everyone for having my back. Qin Fong thought, wow, this dude is something else. A competition really gets interesting when you've got strong contenders like him. Tang Lin couldn't help but think, yep, calling this team the Avengers was my best decision ever. Captain, if you could see your kiddo now, you'd be bursting with pride. He's like a little mirror of you. I'm proud of him too. Tugi screamed out, what in the world is wrong with you guys? The crowd shoved him aside, saying, get out of the way. He's the hero of tomorrow. We want selfies. They pushed past Rodisugi, swarming around Gian like bees to honey. His team was whispering to each other, this world is totally wacky. Now we see why folks cough up big bucks for publicity. Suddenly, the scene switched gears at the entrance of the Devil Domain, where the announcement boomed, welcome everyone, the Devil Domain will be opening shortly, so please keep it cool until then. Lynn looked around puzzled. Why are there cameras everywhere, and why are vendors hawking stuff here? Fatty jumped in. Those cameras are for live streaming, and those vendors, they're all academy students trying to rake in some cash. Just then, a kid shouted, want a pic of our school's 4 goddesses top-notch prints for just $699. Gian frowned because it was pretty clear those photos were photoshopped. Who would actually buy that? Fatty nodded. Yep, you hit the nail on the head. But next thing you know, Jen buys all the photos. Everyone was wide-eyed when he said, these are fake. No one else can touch them. That's why I snatched them all up. Fatty was all smiles. Snag me some too. We can't let anyone else lay a finger on these. Then Gian spotted Captain Mana hawking the same photos. Gian yelled, aren't you embarrassed? Fatty greeted him with respect. Former Captain, it's a real honor to meet you. Coco turned red as she looked at Gian. Gian grinned and said, "Hey there, Sister Coco. How's it going?" Coco thought nervously. "I want to chat more, but just looking at him makes me feel all shy." Gian continued, "Only Academy students are supposed to sell stuff here, right? So, what's up with you, Uncle Mana?" Mana laughed heartily. "Even though I look like I've seen a few more birthdays, I'm still a student. That's why I can set up shop just like everyone else." Pointing at a random item on the table, Gian asked, "What about that?" Mana answered, "That's a complete map of the Devil Domain, the place we'll be diving into soon." As Gian studied it, he thought, "This thing has every detail marked. If I lug this around, it'll be a total lifesaver." Mana added, "You were once part of our Sew and Blade team. For you, I can knock 10% off the price." In that moment, Gian, after a little huddle with his squad, took off running. Gian declared, "For now, I'm just borrowing this from you. Once I'm done checking it out, I'll bring it back." Meanwhile, Money hollered angrily, "How can you be this shameless?" Coco jumped in, "Captain, chill out. You know how Jen rolls." Mana replied, "Sure, I know him too well. That's why I only gave him a photocopy. The original is still with me." Just then, Gian and his crew dashed back to their group. Huang exclaimed, "Dude, pulling off something so sneaky kinda makes me feel good. Life's finally starting to get a bit fun." At that moment, a man strolled in and declared, "Hey kids, I'm the examiner for your star trials. Today, I'll lay out all the ground rules. Those cameras you see, they're going to capture every moment of your performance. This isn't just about monster slaying, it's also about teamwork and a whole bunch of other stuff. We'll be tracking how many monsters you vanquish, your teamwork vibe, and how you react in a pinch. Based on all that, you'll get scores and ranks." Gian chimed in, "So it's basically like the entrance exam, huh?" The examiner went on, "All the gates are open now. Feel free to head on in." Gian noticed, "Whoa, look at all those portals open. Each path must lead us to a different section of the Devil Domain." Cutie piped up, "Come on, pick one already. We can't be left in the dust." Gian chose a path and stepped through. Fatty remarked, "Let's see what kind of crazy path our captain picked." But Gian, eyes wide, gasped, "This is the most dangerous place in the entire Devil Domain. We need to scram." The teammates moaned, "We chose the wrong captain. His bad luck has got us cornered." But Gian said with determination, "Crying won't save us. Taking action will. I've got an epic plan to get us out of here in no time." The scene shifted to the Elder Room. Lyn Jian said, "These students are super lively this year. The second they hit the ghost world, they were all over it." Tang Lin added, "Absolutely, I expect great things from them." Suddenly, someone barged in and reported, "One of our camera cars has been hijacked by one of the student teams." The teachers were stunned, asking, "The students commandeered the car?" Old Zhang replied, "You bet they did. They must have picked that up from Gian. He's the biggest little devil in our academy." Teacher Tang confirmed, "Yep, the hijacker is indeed Gian himself." All the teachers were left dumbfounded watching Gian commandeering the car. Lyn Jian muttered, "This can't be my brother." The vice principal remarked, "This student is genuinely fascinating. He never follows the script." Inside, Cutie fretted, "Did we choose the wrong route? It feels like we're stepping right into danger." Gian reassured her, "As long as we've got the map, we can't stray off course." Huang, still nervous, said, "I'm still on edge. This is just an ordinary map, not some satellite imagery. It might be way off." Fatty spotted something up ahead. "Look, there's a town." As they made their way through, Gian remarked, "It's weird seeing a town here. Are monsters living in it?" Hongyi replied, "You bet ghosts and monsters hang out here. What else do you expect in the Devil Domain?" Gian remarked, "What a weird spot for a town. Are monsters hanging out here or what?" Hongyi replied, "Yeah, ghosts and monsters are practically stopping by for tea. What else would you expect in the devil's backyard?" "Watch your backs, folks. They're not your average cupcakes." Gian booms with swagger, "Chill out, I've got this." Soon enough, they stumble upon a gaggle of humans all tied up. Gian gasps, "Who in the ghost world would tie up humans like this?" Cutie, steaming mad, chimes in, "Seriously, these jerks, not on my watch." Gian commands, "You all free the hostages. I'll scout ahead and check out the city." Cutie mumbles, "Look at him acting like Captain Cool, inspecting everything like a big shot. Is it just me, or has he been acting a bit off lately?" Yet deep down, Gian's thoughts are racing. Came here for a little thievery. If they've built a town this big, their stash must be insane. Hongyi observes, "Look at Gian strutting around like he owns the place." Gian spots a shop and laughs. "Whoa, they even have stores here. No surprise. Everything they got is probably lifted from humans." Hung warns Gian, "Tone it down. This is a ghost hideout. You'll attract more of them in no time." Gian just smirks. Relax, I've got a little trick up my sleeve. Nobody will suspect a thing about me being human. Can you hook me up with a ghost disguise? Hongi nods, and after a quick makeover, Gian saunters into the shop, finger aimed at the shopkeeper. Gian declares, hands up, I'm here to do some serious shopping. Fork over everything you've got. The ghost shakes in his boots, thinking, wow, this guy looks like he could ghost me in a heartbeat. Gian snaps, what's with the blank stare? I'm not here for handouts, but I want all your goodies. Got a problem with that? The ghost quickly stutters, absolutely not, brother, take whatever you fancy. And just like that, Gian starts cramming his inventory. Gian chuckles, you're a peach. My man, Hongi chimes in, let's clean this place out. Suddenly, another ghost crashes into the shop, sensing Gian's extravagant aura. The shopkeeper wails, brother, please save me. Some ghoul from outside the village came in and is pushing me around. Hongi shoots Gian a look, told you to keep it cool. You're radiating chaos, and now we've got a ghost mob at the door. Right on cue, an elder ghost strides in, saying ominously, so you came here to snatch stuff. Gian thinks, okay, risky business. Do I fight or flee? Suddenly, a system chimes in. Host, you've got 3 options. First, return all you snatched and apologize. You'll earn +8 agility points. Second, throw down and show those ghosts what Ray All Combat is. You'll net +8 strength points. Third, hightail it out of here. You'll score +4 agility points. Gian seriously contemplates his options. Yikes, both fighting and bailing out seem iffy. Let's just hand it all back. He sighs. Hey, big guy, sorry about that. You keep everything. I've realized stealing isn't cool. The ghosts are left speechless. Did he really just give it all back? The system buzzes. Host gains +8 agility points. But then Gian makes the dash for it, cackling, once I snag something, it's mine forever, and this haul is just too sweet to leave behind. Meanwhile, Huang and Fatty are sneaking out from stores after their own shenanigans. Fatty asks, Gun, why the sprint? You said you were scouting. Gian smirks, oh please, a thief lecturing another thief. You were out for a score too. Who are you to question me? Suddenly ghosts surround them like they're at some bizarre party. Fatty panics. We're in trouble because of you. Gian shoots back, as if it matters. Anyone caught gets slapped around pretty good. Just then, the girls show up and say, we rescued all the humans the ghosts had snagged. That's why we took a bit. But where did you boys run off to? Cutie points. There they are. Gian bellows, start the car, go, go. The girls let out long sighs. What kind of trouble did the boys get into now? Meanwhile, in the monitoring room, everyone's glued to Gian's crew, hot-footing away as ghosts chase them. One teacher marvels, wow, the tables sure have turned. Ghosts used to invade our world to steal. Now our kids are diving into the ghost realm to snatch back. Tang. Lynn adds, look at Gian's crew. They're doing things we couldn't even dream of. Lyn Hua groans, why can't my brother just do something normal? Why is he always at the center of the weirdest stuff? Tang Lin shrugs, that's Gian for you. He couldn't care less about appearances. He's way ahead of the curve. Watch out for his wild adventures. Lyn Hua mutters, 3 years ago when I left home, Gian wasn't like this. It's hard to believe the so-called Demon King is actually my brother. Meanwhile, we shift to Team Chang, where Maria grumbles. Tackling these ghosts and monsters is a headache. One's attacking while the other's grabbing our stuff. They're as shameless as Gian. A fellow girl adds, they didn't leave us a single drop of water. Cleaned us out and ran off like bandits. Mukian chimes in, why are you always trash-talking Gian? He's not all that bad. Maria smirks. Oh, does my comment bug you? Don't tell me you've got a crush on him. Just at that moment, Gian burst onto the scene, announcing like a market vendor, hot sale in the Devil Domain roadside treasures at jaw-dropping prices. Limited time only. Get it while it's hot. The girls are taken aback. Did Gian really just set up shop in the Devil's Lair? Our stuff was stolen, and now he's reselling it. What is he thinking? Gian teases. Why so cranky jealous of my sweet gig? Hey folks, throw a lemon on the door. Looks like some haters came before the customers. Maria fumes. Not long ago, all our stuff was lifted, and suddenly you've got an entire store's worth of stock. Something's fishy. Gian grins. Oh, we just have an abundance of goodies. If you want something, feel free to buy. Khan chimes in. Will there be a discount for me? Gian smirks. Sure thing, you'll snag 5% off. The crowd whispers, whoa, Goddess Khan is shopping there. That must mean Gian's got some killer items. Gian thinks, thanks to Ken, my shop is booming. We'll rake in the cash from this little venture. But then he catches Roti Sugi deep in conversation. That means Gian's shop is probably stocked with epic stuff. Gian thought, thanks to Ken, my shop is on fire. We're going to rake in dough from this challenge. But then he spotted Rotisugi deep in conversation. Something sneaky is brewing with his buddies. Gian suspects they might be plotting against him. Time to investigate. He tells Fatty, you run the shop for now. I'll be back faster than you can say free samples. Meanwhile, Rotisugi tells his crew, get ready, folks. We're going to take advantage of the mayhem and take a stab at Gian. But we gotta be stealthy. No cameras allowed. Right then, Gian waltzes in and says, well, if it isn't young Master Rotisugi, spot on as always. Rotisugi jumps and says, who's lurking there? Step out and face the music. Gian saunters forward and says, I'm Gian Yun, a proud member of the Mad Warrior team. I just happened to overhear your little sneak fest and thought I'd lend a hand. Rotisugi asks, so you're on board to help us take out Gian. What did he do to tick you off? Gian quips, what has he done? That smooth talker is way too good looking. The girls won't even glance at us because of his smugness. Even Captain Kin Fong can't stand him. If those two ever crossed paths, our captain would squash him like a bug. Rotisugi pipes up. Gian has ruffled a lot of feathers just with his cocky attitude. With Kin Fong backing us, Gian is toast today. Rotisugi adds, you know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So why don't we band together and wrap up our problems for good? Here, brother, take this E-class soul jade. Lead me to your captain so we can plot our sneaky scheme. Gian pretends to ponder. You must have put in a lot of effort to snag this soul jade. I couldn't possibly accept it from you. But Rotisugi misreads him, thinking he's reluctant, while Gian's body language says he's all in. He's just waiting for me to shove it on him. So Rotisugi pushes, come on, brother, don't be shy. Just take it as a token of friendship. Gian sighs. Fine, I'll take your delightful gift. But you should be aware of just how awesome our Mad Warrior team is. You think we'll help you out over a little trinket. Rotisugi's frustration bubbles over. This guy, if you weren't part of the Mad Warrior team, I'd show you a thing or two right now. Then he loudly says, who said I was only handing over the soul jade? Here, have an extra 1,000 spirit stones too. Gian smirks. Then let's not dawdle. My captain is this way on the down low. Gian thinks perfect. I'll lead these clowns into a ghost-infested nightmare. They'll be toast, and I'll make my getaway without a hitch. The only thing I need to avoid is running into the Mad Warrior team by accident. My plan couldn't be more perfect. After trekking for about 30 minutes, Rotisugi starts realizing, the only thing I need to dodge is a random encounter with the Mad Warrior team. My plan is so foolproof, he thought. After about 30 minutes of wandering, Rotisugi began to catch on. We've gone pretty deep into the woods. No wonder the Mad Warrior team is such a big deal. They venture into this mess while we'd be quaking in our boots. Meanwhile, Gian thinks his map shows this area is a no-go. Soon, powerful ghosts will pop up. I'll leave these fools here to bite the dust, and I'll be home free. But suddenly, Rotisugi spots someone and shouts, finally, Captain Kin Fong, there you are. Gian grumbles under his breath. Could my luck get any worse? Rotisugi greets him. Brother Kin Fong, meeting you is like finding a four-leaf clover. You wouldn't believe how tough it was for us to find you. Kin Fong replies coldly. First off, who the heck are you? Rotisugi answers. Don't you remember me? I'm Rotisugi, grandson of Elder Yang Gong. Your buddy Jian Yun brought us here. But then Rotisugi suddenly realizes, hey, where's Jiang Yun? Jian pops out, grinning, and says, right here, buddy. So Rotisugi, what do you think of my little prank? Rotisugi hollers angrily, you pulled a fast one on me. Give back my soul, jade, and spirit stones pronto. Gian shoots back with a laugh. No way I'm handing them back. It's in the family handbook, once taken, never given back. Rotisugi orders his crew to charge. This jerk won't listen otherwise. Meanwhile, Gian thinks finally it's my chance to showcase my new skills. After leveling up, I haven't had a proper fight yet. This is a golden opportunity, but Kin Fong steps in and says, 5 of you against 1 guy. How sad. Don't you feel a shred of shame picking on a lone wolf? Rotisugi is taken aback. Why is Kin Fong defending Gian? Gian, confused, thinks, what's this guy doing, stealing my thunder? And just then, the system pops up. Host, you've got 3 options. First, ally with Kin Fong and pummel Rotisugi until he's crying for his mommy. Reward plus 6 strength points. Second, take the peaceful route and apologize to Rotisugi. Reward plus 2 strength points. Third, make a hasty exit. Reward plus 8 agility points. Gian ponders, I really could use more agility right now. Meanwhile, I can either choose peace and apologize to Rodisugi for 2 bonus strength points, or bail quickly for 8 agility points. I seriously need more agility, Gian contemplated. Meanwhile, Qin Fong declares with pride, I, King Fong, walk the noble path of righteousness. Anyone who walks it, I will shield. Very few dare to tread here, but as long as I breathe, Brother Gian, you're safe with me. Rodisugi snickers, your brain's empty. How can you call the biggest scoundrel in the city a good egg? Even demons and ghosts don't hold a candle to Gian. Gian internally thinks, time for me to quietly slip out. Brother Qin Fong, I'll leave Rodisugi in your capable hands. I trust you'll deal with him. Qin Fong responds, thanks for your faith in me, Brother Gian. No worries, I'll handle these dimwits. Meanwhile, Rodisugi wonders, what gives? Haven't you figured out yet that he ditched you and made a run for it? Qin Fong responds, he didn't run away. That's what trusting someone means. People like you will never get what loyalty is. A little way off, Gian thinks I've been wandering around here for the past hour. I wonder what Fatty and the crew are up to right about now. Just then, Hung says, Gian, I can feel a seriously dangerous vibe nearby. You better watch your back. Suddenly, a group of folks rushes toward Gian and he stops one of them. Brother, why do you look like you just saw a ghost? The guy responds, some dimwit ventured into a newbie ghost's turf and now a horde of ghosts is hot on our trail. Bro, we better bounce before we get ghosted ourselves. If we don't move now, we'll be toast. Gian thinks, I hope Fatty and the gang are doing okay. I need to hustle back to them. When Gian catches up with his crew, he asks, what happened to the ride? Fatty replies, the car conked out on us. We're hoofing it from here. But spotting the ghosts closing in, Gian says, we've killed too much time. We're stuck here. Maria steps up and declares, running away isn't going to score us any points. Taking them out will. Mukian chimes in, there's a bunch of us, and these ghosts are just a bunch of puff pastries. This is our golden ticket to rack up some points. Gian smirks. All right then. Let's show them what happens when my 2.5 kilogram fist swings. It doesn't just knock them over, it sends them flying. Everyone charges in, going all out against the ghosts. Gian looks at Fatty and asks, dude, why aren't you using your powers? Don't tell me you still haven't woken up. Fatty replies, oops, I hardly use my powers, so I kind of forgot I had one. Then he calls forth his dragon and yells, Fatty dragon, unleash your might. Gian gasps, you've got a fat dragon, but it's napping. How's it gonna fight like that? Fatty chuckles, it's not as simple as that. To rouse it, I just need to whisper 3 magic words. He bellows, 2 leg pieces and the bottle of Pepsi. Come on, Fatty dragon, we're about to wreak havoc on these ghosts. The fatty dragon springs to life and starts decimating the ghosts. Gian thinks, no way. The guy I pegged as the weakest is rolling with the dragon, but then a gang of ghosts sneaks up behind Gian before they can make a move. Qin Fong swoops in and takes them out. Qin Fong says, I heard there were some ghosts causing trouble around here, so I came to lend a hand. No need to thank me. It's only fair for the strong to protect the weak. Gian grumbles under his breath. Baldy, quit stealing my thunder. Showing off is my gig. Right then, Rodisugi pops up and grumbles, if it weren't for these points, I wouldn't have bothered showing up. Gian rallies the team. Let's flex our strength, folks. Just then, Rodisugi unexpectedly slashes Gian's shoulder. He says, oops, my bad, I was aiming for the ghost, but you happened to be in the way. Did it sting? Gian coolly replies, a scratch from a kitty can't hurt a lion. Just aim a bit better next time. Actually, wait up, I'll help you aim. Here, take this focus powder. Rodisugi, fuming, shouts, what the heck did you throw on my face? Gian smirks, just what you desperately needed. Then he socks Rodisugi and lobs a grenade before making a run for it. Gian muses, conquering the world can't compare to this guy's antics. Before long, Gian rejoins his team. Cutie hollers, where have you been? We heard an explosion. Don't tell me you caused that. Gian plays innocent, me no way. I'm just a sweet little teenager. Why would I carry around bombs? But just then, a ghost appears licking its chops. Food. So much scrumptious food. This fresh meal looks so tempting. Gian warns, that's a banked ghost. Hungy panics. Gian, run now. This isn't a ghost you want to mess with. The ghost's overwhelming aura freezes everyone in place. Nobody can budge. Qin Fong struggles. I can't even stand up. What kind of terrifying force is this? Meanwhile, Gian thinks, good thing I've got the S-Rank trip ability Stormbreaker. That's why the ghost suppression doesn't faze me. I can move freely. He tightens his fist. Looks like it's up to me to protect everyone. Qin Fong watches in awe. Wow, even when we can't move, he's standing up for us. Jian's friends yell urgently. You idiot! Don't play the hero! Run already! You don't have to sacrifice yourself for us. But Gian responds, I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm just an ordinary guy who can't stand by, while danger lurks around my friends. If fighting monsters is what it takes to keep them safe, then so be it. The monster growls, even under my pressure, you can still move. That means you're the tastiest treat here. You're going first. The system pops up. Host, here are your 3 options. First, ditch your friends and escape. Reward plus 20 strength points. Second, grovel before the ghost and hope it shows mercy. Reward plus 15 agility points. Third, team up with your friends to battle the ghost and win. Reward plus 20 strength points plus 10 biscuit points. And a random skill. Gian thinks, the rewards for the third option are amazing. I wasn't planning to run anyway, but now there's no way I'm backing down. His friends shout, Don't be foolish. Just run. We know you care, but don't get yourself killed for us. Meanwhile, Rody Sugi whispers from a distance, Damn, this dude's a real hero. Why are his friends trying to hold him back? Back in the control room, Lynn exclaims, What's happening here? I specifically ordered all ranked ghosts to be locked up before the trial. How did one slip in here? Just then, the bodyguard says, Hang on, Mississippi. I'll send someone to help the kids right away. Lyn Jian interrupts, Wait a second. Make sure to send an expert, but tell them not to interfere with the fight. I want to see how these kids manage in a crisis. Only if one of their lives is truly in peril should the expert step in. Tang Lin comments, You seem to have a lot of faith in your brother's abilities. Meanwhile, Lyn Jian thinks, My brother's gonna have a rough ride ahead if he can strengthen his ability now. You really believe in your brother's strength, huh? Meanwhile, Lyn Jian pondered, My brother's journey is bound to be a roller coaster of tough times. If he can beef up his skills now, that'd be a win. It'll do wonders for him. You know, situations like this are like steroids for personal growth. The scene flips, and there we see Gian looking like a piñata after a party, while the ghost decides to play the role of the villain. How dare you stand here all alone and ruin my moment? You should feel super special to be chosen as my next snack. Now pipe down and hop into my mouth like you're a tasty morsel. Spotting Gian drenched in red, Hongi gasps, Gian, let me jump in and save you. If I shift into my fighter form, I could rip this ghost into confetti. But Gian stops her in her tracks. No, Hongi, don't. The Konglan Academy has eyes everywhere 24/7. If you strut your stuff here, they'll see you as a threat and come after you too, Hongi begs. So what do I do then? Gian, with a confident tone, replies, Don't sweat it. Just trust me. This bug isn't strong enough to send me to the afterlife. With that, Gian engages in a clash with the ghost, their attacks colliding like a kid's first experience with a piñata. The ghost's weapon slashes through Gian like some fancy new knife on a cooking show. The scene changes to the underground lair of the Devil Domain. The first gatekeeper remarks, Man, this place is shaking like it's been chugging too much coffee today. The second gatekeeper smirks. Of course, it's all the ruckus from the Star Trials, but hey, our main gig is to watch this gate like it's the last slice of pizza. The first nods. For sure. Behind this door is the Ghost King Blood Knight, once the heavyweight champ of the ghost world. But he's been stuck here for 10 years like an unwanted house guest. Yeah, every day we come, we guard for 12 hours and then head home. For 10 years, it's been the same old boring routine. The second chuckles. And that's our good fortune. Just keep doing our thing right. Suddenly they catch a whiff of danger. Before they can even blink, the attack strikes them down faster than a reality star's career. Suri strolls in. Lucky for us, we just need to keep doing our thing. But suddenly they felt a powerful attack approaching. Before they knew it, it struck and took out both gatekeepers in a flash. Suri showed up, grinning like she just won the lottery. Conlin Academy sure hired some sleepyheads. They were only B rank. If they had their heads in the game, they might have actually given me some trouble. But thanks to their laziness, my job just got a whole lot easier. I'll release that B rank ghost to stir up some chaos, and just like that, my plan is golden. Everyone's distracted by it, which means a VIP ticket to unleash our Ghost King. With that, she breaks the seal and pops open the gate. Inside, we see the Ghost King Blood Knight all chained up like he just lost a game of charades. Blood Knight growls, Suri, you made it. Suri bows. Yes, my lord. I'm here for your grand escape. Using his ghostly power, Blood Knight shatters his chains. He screams, Those miserable humans locked me up for 10 long years. I can't even remember what sunburn feels like anymore. But once I'm out of here, I'll dish out a nightmare they won't forget. Suri thinks to herself, this is the real deal. His energy makes it feel like I'm trying to breathe underwater. Blood Knight suddenly sniffs. What's that smell? Smells like a BBQ gone wrong. Suri pipes up. Oh, on my way here I took out 2 B-rank awakeners. I figured you'd want a snack since you haven't eaten in a decade. Suri contemplates. Sure, we're kindred spirits, but our methods are worlds apart. I just get to watch human energy while he literally munches on them. Blood Knight chows down on the corpses and roars with glee. There's nothing like the taste of human again. Come on, Suri, let's go on a human hunting spree. Nothing fills me with joy like playing Pac-Man with humans. The scene flips back. We see Gian trembling like a leaf in the wind, thinking, I feel as weak as a kitten right now. Meanwhile, Kin Fong is panicking. Brother Gian is putting in some serious effort for us, and what are we doing? Just sitting around like bumps on a log. Hongyi pleads again. Gian, please let me help you. Gian shakes his head with determination. No way, I told you I'm the one protecting this crew. Then Gian pulls out a star pill. He thinks, saved this for a rainy day, and boy is it pouring. After swallowing it, his body starts to heal faster than a toddler's cuts. The ghost scoffs. What's this? Your hero is still down for the count. I'll take you all out one by one and show you how pointless his struggle was. Let's start with this little bundle of joy. Just then, Gian swoops in, saving Mukian at the last possible second while delivering a punch that turns the ghost into Swiss cheese. Kinfo yells, yes, finally we can join the fight. Everyone, let's do this. Gian's done so much for us. It's our turn to help him out. The ghost gasps. You're still up. I thought I sent you packing. Gian replies with a chill in his voice. Someone once said, never dream outside your limits. It only ends in a crash. Thanks to the system's rewards, not only is my body back on track, but I feel like I could bench press a car. Hongyi beams with pride. This is the Gian who used to run away from the smallest ghosts. Now he's taking on B-rank solo. What a superstar. The monster squeals. Even if 100 ants band together, they can't pack a punch to me. And now he's taken on B-rank ghost solo. Honestly, my Gian is the coolest around, the monster scoffed. Even if 100 ants band together, they won't scratch me. You're nothing but ants I could squish on a whim. Just then, Hongyi channels her energy into Gian, giving him a serious power boost. Meanwhile, Rodisugi exclaims, Hold up, what are you doing? That monster is mega dangerous. You'll get yourselves killed. But his teammates shout back, if Gian wasn't here, we'd all be toast by now. He put his life on the line to save us. How can we back down when it's our time to jump in? And just like that, they all unite to take down the ghost. Teacher Tang Lin watches with pride, saying, he put himself on the line for us, so how can we back off when he needs us? With that, they all teamed up and took down the ghost. Watching this, teacher Tang Lin exclaimed, the kids absolutely crushed it. Especially Gian. Lin Hua adds, wow, I didn't even notice my little brother grew up this much. Seeing Gian today reminds me of Dad. Who knows? Maybe one day he'll be an S-rank hunter just like him. Suddenly, a bodyguard bursts in with a look of panic and announces, we've got serious trouble. Someone has broken the underground seal and the Blood Knight is loose. Old Jang looks gobsmacked and suddenly a bodyguard burst in and shouted, we've got a major issue. Someone cracked the underground seal and the Blood Knight has escaped. Old Jang gasped, what, the Blood Knight is out? Lin Hua freaks out. Hurry, tell all the kiddos to scram. That Blood Knight ain't a ghost they can mess with. Meanwhile, Gian, fresh from sending that ghost back to the underworld, is in for a surprise. The system chimes in, host, get ready for your lucky draw reward. Gian crosses his fingers. Please let it be something epic. The system then announces, congrats host, you've unlocked a brand new skill, the invincible egg. With your handy bowl, you can whip up eggs that are not just delicious, but also super nutritious. Gian scratches his head. What kind of skill is this? Might as well give it a whirl. He turns to Fatty, open wide. Fatty responds, what's happening here? But Gian shoves an egg in his mouth. Fatty's eyes light up like a kid in a candy store. Whoa, what is this? It's divine. I've never tasted anything like it. Cutie raises an eyebrow. Why are his eyes all bugged out? Juan pipes up. Brother, I want in on this action too. Gian mutters to himself. Do I look like an egg salesman to them? But hey, this skill doesn't zap my energy much, so why not share? He hands an egg to a fan too. Fatty, practically bouncing off the walls, exclaims, gimme another one. Mookie chimes in, hey Gian, we're buddies too, right? Mind spilling the beans on what you're munching? Gian grins. I've got plenty of eggs. You guys want some? All right, everyone, get those mouths ready. He starts tossing eggs to everyone. They rave. These eggs are phenomenal. Gian thinks, well, at least this skill has a silver lining. Food worries not a thing anymore. The girls, however, are puzzled by the boys' reactions. Gian asks, Cutie, want an egg? She replies, no thanks. I'm not falling for your next magic trick. Scarlet, on the other hand, says, Gian, I'm in. Fatty then wonders, what about the ghost's body? Gian explains, come on, everyone knows an AB rank ghost fetches a pretty penny. I just wanted the soul's jade. You guys can split the rest. Mukia nods in agreement. Sounds legit. Gian did most of the ghost-slaying heavy lifting, so the jade is rightfully his. One by one, they collect their loot. Gian thinks, such a big ghost, but the jade is practically a pebble. What am I really going to get from this? Kinfan thanks him. Brother Gian, I can't thank you enough. I'll never forget your help today. Just then, an announcement blares through a speaker. All students scramble out of the trial. A serious situation has popped up in the Devil's Lair. It's not something the young ones can handle. Get going stat. Gian figures it must be a ghost on steroids. We gotta bounce now. Kinfan agrees. Yes, let's jet together. Scene transitions. Inside the Devil's Lair, the Blood Knight reappears. He grins. Ah, finally some fresh air. Wait, what's that human scent? Nearby, a gaggle of girls is strolling. One of them pipes up. What was with the trial ending out of nowhere? We didn't even rack up any points. Another responds, even if it went on, do you think we'd actually score points? Let's skedaddle before we run into trouble. The Blood Knight appears, declaring, well, I didn't expect to bump into such cute girls right off the bat. Perfect. The terrified girls ask, what in the world is this creepy ghost? And who are you? The Blood Knight smirks. I was feeling a bit peckish, but with those faces, yikes, appetite gone. But wait, I can fix your looks. Maybe then I'll be hungry again. So ladies who wants a makeover, the girls under his spell eagerly nod. Yes, please make us beautiful. The Blood Knight laughs. All right then. Today the almighty Ghost King will grant your wish. With that he waves his hand and transforms them. The girls squeal. Wow, we're gorgeous. Now we're the dream team of new school beauties. Mookie doesn't stand a chance anymore. Suri thinks, so this Blood Knight can change looks and has mind control too. This is bad news. The girls, utterly charmed, say, Big brother, thanks a million. How can we repay you? The Blood Knight replies, well, you can donate some blood. As he drains all their blood, he adds, this isn't enough. I need a refill. Suri says, I sense my experimental buddy Hina is close. The Blood Knight grins. Oh, you mean that SSS-Rank powerhouse? Devouring him would... Even Mookie can't hold a candle to us anymore, Suri pondered. So the Blood Knight can make any girl switch up her looks and control their minds. That's wild. The bewitched girls chimed in. Big brother, thank you so much. How can we repay you? The Blood Knight replied, to repay me, you can offer me your blood. Then he guzzled down all their blood and exclaimed, this isn't enough. I'm still thirsty. Suri remarked, I can sense my test subject. Hina is close. The Blood Knight responded, are you talking about that bod with SSS-Rank Stormbreaker skills? Devouring him would be a real treat. Objects exclaimed, no, zip it. I don't care about your boss. I'm calling the shots here. Suddenly, someone ambushes Suri. It turns out to be Tang Lyn and Lyn Jian. Chuckling, the Blood Knight says, nice teamwork, Kongan Academy and the Psychic Division. Ladies, even together, you can't touch me. But when Tang Lyn and Lyn Jian unleash a joint attack, zip it! I don't care about any boss. I'm gonna do my own thing. Just then, someone took a swing at Suri. Surprise, it was Tang Lyn and Lyn Jian. Chuckling, the Blood Knight said, so. The Blood Knight barely dodges. Just then, Suri lunges at Lyn Jian from behind. She sneers, girl, your time's up. Who's gonna save you now? Lyn Jian counters, striking Suri back. Know your place. Stunned, Suri gasps. How is she this strong? Meanwhile, the Blood Knight makes a beeline for Suri. Let's bolt before we get tangled up in this fight. As he makes his exit, he smirks. You're lucky today. I've got my sights set on the Stormbreaker. Otherwise, I wouldn't let you off so easily. Tang Lyn thinks, but then Lyn Jian lunged at Suri and warned, stay where you are. Stunned, Suri gasped, how can she be so strong? Meanwhile, the Blood Knight rushed at Suri, saying, we gotta haul it out of here fast. As he made his exit, he sneered, you're lucky today. I'm only after the Stormbreaker. Otherwise, I wouldn't spare you at all. Tang Lyn mulled over the situation. A rank Ghost King who can still fly, even after 10 years in captivity. He's still got it. Manhwa adds, Stormbreaker. That rings a bell. Sister Tang Lyn, let's get out of here. This Blood Knight is like a ticking time bomb. He could pounce on our students any second. Scene switches. We find Gian and his buddies hanging out near the exit. Gian exclaims, check out this never-ending line just to escape. At this pace, we'll be here for ages. Fatty pipes up. Everything happened so fast. The academy could only open one escape route for everyone. Cutie shoots back, zip it, and stand in line. Just as they're twiddling their thumbs, a portal pops open above them, and out come Blood Knight and Suri. Blood Knight proclaims, look at all these weak little insects, but in the future, they might just give us some headaches. Gian recognizes her as the girl who handed me the crystal. But who's that red specter with her? Are we under attack again? Blood Knight roars, kneel before your king and shower me with respect. He unleashes a terrifying pressure that practically flattens everyone. Gian thinks, that ghost pressure didn't even faze me, but this guy, whoa, I can feel it in my bones. Hungi chimes in, of course you can feel it. This dude's one of the 8 ghost kings. The Blood Knight. Gian, you need to scram right now. None of your tricks or strength will work on him. Gian thinks, so this is a ghost king. At the very least, that means he's a rank. The ghost king chuckles. So much fresh meat. Just looking at you brings me joy. Kin Fan exclaims, and we're hardly even strong yet, and we're already facing our doom. Blood Knight then declares, I've found my meal, such pure energy, only the Stroner could harbor that. Guess you're our new pincushion. He snags Gian. Suri warns, Blood Knight, you're about to make a blunder of epic proportions. You may absorb him, but the boss will throw you under the bus. Blood Knight retorts, we're fortunate that the Stormbreaker ability isn't just a kid. If it weren't for this powerful human, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Then he pulls out a sphere and says, step into my world. The sphere sucks Gian and Suri right in. King Fan and Fatty scream, what just happened? Where did that powerhouse ghost take? Gian Tang Lyn shows up and says, at least the rest of the kids are still safe. But where's Gian? Why can't we spot him? Manhwa states, I can feel his aura. He's got to be inside that sphere. Fatty begs, please save our buddy. Manhwa explains, this is a space sphere crafted by a super powerful ghost. If we try to barge in, we might bite the dust before getting through. Tang Lyn insists we need to find a safe way in. Until then, Gian, it's up to you. Scene shifts to the blood world. Gian groans, I fell from way up there. Even with my supercharged body, I'm in agony. Blood Knight greets him, welcome to my blood world. Suri thinks, this Blood Knight has really lost it. Doesn't he get that when we escape, a ton of humans will be waiting for us? Blood Knight grins, savor your last moments of freedom. Soon enough, you'll be my lunch. Gian retaliates by tossing eggs at him, saying, I can't stand villains like you who think they're the bee's knees. Blood Knight bursts out laughing. I've been around for thousands of years. Whenever I show up, humans tremble in terror. None of them dared even look me in the eye. And now here's this kid throwing eggs at me. You've made a colossal blunder. He pins Gian down with his pressure. Gian desperately struggles. What kind of powers does he have? My soul defense isn't working at all. It's like he scrambled my body's special abilities. Blood Knight says struggling is pointless. None of your tricks can save you from me. Just then, Hungi bursts onto the scene and states, before you so much as lay a finger on Gian, you'll have to deal with me. Suri, astonished, thinks, this aura, she's definitely an A-rank ghost king. What in the world would such a powerful ghost king do to help Lyn Jian? Blood Knight says, you look oddly familiar. I can't quite place it, but I feel like we've crossed paths before. Annoyed, Hungi snaps, oh, Blood Knight, our beef didn't start today. It goes back 1,000 years to when I was alive and the princess of my kingdom. You barged into our empire, slaughtered millions of my people. In that fight, I lost my life too. 1,000 years ago, I couldn't protect my people, but today, not a chance I'll repeat that history. As long as I'm here, you will not harm my folks. Gian thinks to himself, so Hungi really did live back in the day, and she died trying to save her people. The Blood Knight smirks, a grudge lasting for millennia. Finally, we can settle the score. I'll take you out first, then your little boyfriend. He makes a lethal move, but Hungi blocks it like it's nothing. The Blood Knight growls, you managed to stop that. But let's see how you deal with this one. Their battle erupts into a wild clash. Suri whispers, so this is what an A-rank fight looks like. I'm only a B rank, and plus, I'm nursing so many injuries. I can't even help Blood Knight right now. The Blood Knight sneers. You lost ages ago, and today is going to be no different. You were weak back then, and you're still weak now. He slashes her shoulder. Hungi thinks, same old story. This jerk fights dirty. Every attack of his is coated in poison. My energy's depleting too fast. Gian frustrated mutters, even as a guy, I can't do jack. Hungi's fighting for me while I stand here like a deer in headlights. If I can't protect my people, what's the point of living? Even if I had S-rank abilities, if they don't help anyone, then what's the use? He starts to channel his energy. Suri gasps. What's happening to him? Gian is radiating a demonic aura. Gian declares I can feel my spirit energy igniting inside me. But in return, I'm gaining power. Even if I burn some of my energy, who cares? I've got loads of it. I just need the strength. His body morphs into a demon. The Blood Knight sneers. Ages ago, I treated your ancestors like they were chew toys and had no problem taking you down in battle. And guess what? History is repeating itself. But just then, Gian charges in and delivers a knockout punch. Gian lets out a roar. I'm going to demolish everything in my path. Hongi thinks Gian must have hit some crazy power boost, but he's burning through his spiritual energy like it's a bonfire. The Blood Knight grins. I knew someone with that Stormbreaker ability couldn't be this pathetic. Once I devour you, I'll level up to an S-rank demon emperor. He throws a monstrous strike. But Gian delivers a brutal kick in return. Blood sprays out of Gian's mouth as the smack-up takes its toll. Hongi worries that Gian's burning through too much energy. His body isn't tough enough to even handle a C-rank ghost, let alone go toe-to-toe with a higher rank. If this drags on for another 10 minutes, he'll be so wiped out, he won't even remember his name. The Blood Knight laughs. I can already see your future world going up in flames. Sure, you've got a ton of spiritual energy enough to last multiple centuries, but your body's like a puppy trying to run a marathon. In 10 minutes, you're toast. Gian swings another earth-shattering punch that stuns the Blood Knight. The Blood Knight chuckles. I never thought I'd come across such a fascinating human. Hongi, you should be embarrassed. Your little boyfriend is way more impressive than you, and he's younger too. Out of nowhere, Gian drops to his knees. Suri thinks even if Gian's got some new powers, he's still stuck at B rank. Taking down an A-rank demon with ages of battle experience is a pipe dream for him. The Blood Knight gives Gian a kick, sending him flying. Hongi catches him, pleading, Gian, stop. Get back to your regular form. This transformation is way too risky. Gian weakly responds, I need to protect my wife. The Blood Knight sneers. Whether you're awake or not, you'll always be a bug. Don't worry, kiddo. I'll take you out first. Then I'll deal with Hongi. Gian insists I have to keep battling. But Hongi firmly says, Gian, please just chill. You've already helped me enough. It's my turn now. Gian finally reverts back. Hongi thinks 1,000 years ago I watched everyone perish while I barely survived. But this time, I won't let that happen. I'll save you even if I have to become a human sacrifice. Gian pleads, Hongi, please don't do this. But she responds, Gian, you've already put up a fight. Now it's my turn. The Blood Knight laughs. Why are you all charging at me one at a time? Come at me all at once. I'm starving. In that moment, Hongi starts sacrificing her soul power. Suri is shocked. Has this Ghost King lost her marbles? She's actually torching her soul just to save one human. The Blood Knight snarls. So you think those flames will hurt me? Let me be clear, you won't make it. But before he can charge, Hongi's kick sends him tumbling. She shouts, I told you I won't let you off the hook. She delivers a final slash, splitting him in half. Suri thinks in disbelief. Did the Blood Knight just lose? Hongi turns to Gian, smiling softly. We did it, Gian, no matter the cost. At least you're safe now. I'm off. Please take care of yourself. She fades away, leaving behind just a tiny soul bead. Gian holds it tightly and thinks, this is the last bit of Hongi's power. I've got to protect it, so that one day when the stars align, I can bring her back. What happens next? Oh, you'll just have to wait for the next episode. Thanks for tuning in, and stay on the edge of your seat. I simply must keep it safe. One day, when the moment is right, I will bring her back. What comes next will unfold in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to stick around.